Almost. Hear me okay? 20 days. Hi. Must be coffee. Almost. That's almost. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. The mirrors have been pollinated. okay? Okay, I'm all set up. I'm going to wait see if it shows up. At this time, Okay, I see Jupiter now. Here's Jupiter. Look at this.
Oh, Jupiter.
This is really nice. It's up off to the right of the moon. So. Gas bands on Jupiter. Yeah, just pull it toward you and up. Yeah, this is nice. The light of the moon or the light of... Oh, okay. Yeah, I keep my both eyes open. It seems to help me the best. You see the light. Where are you going next?
Stop placing San Antonio.
Okay, yeah, San Antonio is nice.
Not exactly what
Oh.
I'm using my hotspot for this phone. So where is it? Oh,
Yeah, there it is off to the right. Yeah.
okay.
Saturn will be close to the moon tonight.
Yeah.
And later on tonight, everything will be washed out. Why? Because of the moonlight coming into our atmosphere, just diffusing its light. When the moon's out, come out and look at the moon for a while, then when I see Jupiter, Saturn next, just start to see Saturn once in a while.
早い。私は3で8とって、
You must have a background in science then, or physics.
That time I said I was going to study mechanical engineering.
Uh-huh.
I used to do small motors, parts, lots of cars.
They like to build things. Okay. What did you study in the university? Physics, yeah. Okay. Well, you know more about this stuff than I do.
No.
How it works.
I told you yesterday that I'm ashamed to tell you.
Well, every discipline, there's so much information to learn. Every study, there's so much to know. And I usually, with my telescope in the dome, I just type in the coordinates and it slews it to what I want to look at. It moves my telescope. Here I have to move the scope. We're looking at Jupiter if you want to see it. Jupiter, the moon, Saturn will be out in just a little bit.
I'm just trying to get 400 loads of washing done.
Well,
This is a lot more
you can just
fun.
take a minute and look at Jupiter,
That's awesome.
and then keep on walking.
That's awesome. Why don't I take your space?
Oh no! Let me see. Yeah, I bet you got it.
Falling,
Yeah, he's got it.
how do you call it? Falling
Here,
star?
come in. There you go.
Huge!
Who is it?
Right
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh, you saw one. Oh.
But huge,
Oh, I
very
missed
bright.
it. I missed it. Notice on Jupiter there's gas bands. The red spot is not visible at this time.
Is there any shooting stars coming? Meteor showers
Yeah, there's
coming?
meteor showers, but what's happened over the years, they fizzle out.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll be back.
They fizzle out. You know, years ago there were a lot more when we went through the comet tails. Last 2 years it's just gotten less and
Seen a
less.
solar eclipse?
Oh yeah, I saw the solar eclipse 2017. I was there.
Yeah, we went to Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Okay, I went to Wyoming. I lived in, well, then I was in Montana. Came down to
Yeah,
Wyoming.
it was something about
Yeah. Oh, that was wonderful.
you know what? Shocked me that even at 29 some superstar,
Yeah.
that was like,
Yeah.
then at some point it's like somebody
Turn off the switch. Yep. Yeah, I had a drone. I sent it up. It was all automated. You know, I set it up the day before. It went up 200 feet up in the air during the eclipse and did a really slow 360 so I could see the light on the horizon. So I could study that. Because
shadow.
not the shadow. Well, at first, before the eclipse, I think the shadow goes too fast. Yeah, unless you have 1,000 frames per second, you just can't see it. I tried anyway. I knew it would get, and then it just did the circle. And I was interested in studying light at that time, and so the light at the horizon around the Earth it's different. You can see actually just a little bit at your horizon during eclipse. Yeah. Well, now as the Earth rotates, that side disappears, and then you start seeing more light over on the west side. So the east light disappears, and the west shows up. I think it's our eyes that we just don't see it while we're doing it. to look at the moon? Sure. I don't think we need the ladder. There you go. See what that looks like. You'll have to refocus it just a bit. Yeah, the moon and Saturn are almost on top of each other. Not quite. See if I got. See, I'll get my app out. Just above the moon a little bit. Yeah, there I see it. You want to look at the moon? It's getting so bright now. You want to look at it?
Those points that I see are stars.
Yeah, the stars around it. Yeah. No, I don't see any stars. Yeah. The moon is just too bright. There you go. Take a look at that. And just move the telescope around with your hand. Not on the lens, but anywhere else on the scope. Anywhere. Yeah, anywhere else. Just, just little millimeters at a time. You see quite a bit. Yeah, I see Saturn now. It's hot. It's above the moon.
It's above the moon?
Well, yeah, but I'll have to put it up there for you. But the moon is just going to be washing out tonight's sky. This is not a good night for the sky. Oh well.
Well, that's only good.
Thank you.
I'm going to need a lamp. Set it off, just backs up, just lean into it. Yeah, it's not dark enough, Saturn. There you go. But I can see the rings well, and I can see the gas rings on Saturn.
Surface. Or the surface of...
Yeah, the surface of Saturn, yes, it has rings as well. It has some brown and yellow. I suspect it would be methane gas. Really dulls the telescope dulls our night vision because our pupils restricted looking at the night. Okay, I'll let me step up here. See if I can how many moons around Saturn I can count. Not really dark enough. That's tight. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a star way out there. Yeah, I can count 5 moons around Saturn. The 6th one is a star out about 7 o'clock. Well, good evening, gentlemen.
How we doing today?
Come on over.
I thought it was a cannon.
No, well, the moons are not exactly like our moon doesn't stay on a certain plane. It wanders around a little bit as they cleft the line. But I don't know what the percentage is. Yeah, we're looking at Saturn right now. It's right above the moon. This little dot of light. That's Jupiter. And then below that is Saturn. Just a dot. I was able to see 5 moons around Saturn. Really? It's just gotten too dark now. Yeah. Too dark to look at the moon. Yeah, see where I'm holding the scope? Now that I'm trying to hold it against the right way with the scope. Now you always want to put your eye on the diagrams first, then touch the scope. You probably hold the scope. Let me see. Now you're all ready to go. So what you're doing is take a look at that. There you go. And by the time you got up there, there's the Jupiter will be brighter. Little pinpoints of light. The brightest one that's closer to is Titan. And then over here is Jupiter. We want to look at that real quickly. The moon is just going to wash out everything tonight in our yeah, Jupiter is much brighter. And now you see an orange glow around Jupiter because the light is diffusing in our atmosphere. How far is it? 50 miles from here?
How far is Fort Davis from here?
50 miles, 60 miles.
It's 30 over to
Alpine
and another 50 over to...
50?
Yes.
50?
No, it's 38.
38. So yeah, about 68. Okay, 70. Let's say 70 miles. Alpine?
Last time we were over there, we couldn't even get in there.
Well, they have a planetarium.
Yes, they added a new scopes inside there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I haven't been up there since the new scopes were built. That's been, what, last year? Yeah. So that's the end of the side.
should take that stuff 3 times a
It's
day.
not nothing like here.
Take it to
We don't see any cars coming down the road. That's why I like it out here. Very little traffic. That's nice.
I won't put an outside light on.
Okay. Okay, well thank you, sir, for coming out again. Pleasure to meet you. And it just shakes the snow. Yeah.
Let people look through that scope and see Jupiter and the moons and see Saturn. You can look at that and look under instead.
Yeah, that kind of wrecks your night vision when you look at that.
It does.
I mean, that's the last thing I look at.
That's a polarized picture.
Yeah, a polarized lens would pick up the detail. Yeah, I've tried polarizing lenses, but you just lose feel all things. Some had a flash. That's like a flashing light. Well, do you have any idea where you're going to ride tomorrow?
Yes, we have a plan.
Right.
We're going to leave here and go to Fort Stockton and do a little shopping. And then ease out west out of Fort Stockton, take the highway back to Alpine.
Maybe 10 miles away from US 90 or so. There's a huge solar farm on the west side.
We got a 1,900 acre going in right beside where we live. Right across the street. They already have it before. Already have one out there. It's a pretty good sign. They're going to do it anyway. The fucking school district allowed them the tax rebates. You have a 10-year exemption. 10-year exemption, and all the fucking farmers sold out. They're putting this in 1,900 acres of prime farmland. Why couldn't they put it in out here? This ain't prime farmland. They'd rather keep electricity on the feet of people.
Yeah.
And we don't get none of that electricity. All that's been sold to New Mexico.
You know, that's strange because that solar farm, the electricity sold to Mexico.
Yeah.
I think they would sell that to New Mexico.
And the reason they're putting this one in, because New Mexico is the building. The locals don't get none of it.
It's like,
And the only people benefiting from it is our school district.
It's like water rockets.
I mean, we don't even get no tax break over there.
oh, no.
Nothing.
See, they don't pay taxes.
They gave them a tax break on 10 years.
Oh shit, like an 80% tax break.
So we pay.
Benefits of football stadiums. Their children. Down about the schoolhouse.
Most of them are on video game playing. Sad. When I was a kid, we didn't come inside.
Sun went down, that was our clue to come home. And when the sun come up, that was our clue to get the fuck out of the house because Mama didn't want you there. She had work to do.
Oh yeah, we just had to tell Mom where we're going. Yeah, let me get the laser. Of course, that's Jupiter, and that's Saturn. I've no idea what that is.
Oh, right. The electrician put a new lamp on that.
Yeah. Those are fish. Except to see everything else is pointing out.
Just the light.
And the light. Well, we see craters within craters with this telescope.
Yeah.
We could take pictures through the lens.
And that guy, one of the craters.
I've been studying them too, but I don't know them all. That's for sure.
Well, Ryan don't start coming up until later on in the year. Right?
Yeah, that's right. November, late middle of November. Yeah, Pleiades will rise first. Mars, let's see. If Pleiades rises, no, Mars rises first, then the Pleiades, and then Orion. At this time.
I got some pretty good shots.
Orion. A lot of people keep going. Scorpius? Is it a winter constellation or summer?
Orion is a key star at Cassiopeia. Orion was a key star at Cassiopeia.
That's Cassiopeia over here.
What's that?
The North Star's over here. Sirius.
Where is Orion
Yes.
at?
Yeah.
When you see
down
it,
there. So,
About the daybreak.
oh yeah, it's nice to come out at 5
as
a.m.
a Navy man, we depend on Cassiopeia.
And it depends where it is, because as the Earth rotates, of course, it appears to, all these stars appear to turn counterclockwise around the North Star.
When you
We're the
navigate the
steady top.
Pacific Ocean, Cassiopeia is a key one. You get it low in the horizon, late and early in the evening, and early in the morning, dead set on the horizon. Easy to shoot with a.
Captain comes out sometimes. He shows us the section.
I was pretty good with the sextant 40 years ago.
He tells y'all about his morning. He tells
That's
y'all
what I
about
have.
installations.
Yeah.
He's probably got some.
You can go up to
No, I
the
never got it.
Visual Observatory, and they'll put it on your phone for you there.
Here you go.
Yeah, that's the way that is.
And then you can do whatever you want That's how much we drop when we walk down.
Just over there, yeah. 40.
Well, and the computer's where I was taking it. Yeah.
Yes.
Airplane pilots. You he's got a keep the airplane up there.
The older gentleman was out here with us last time. Whitey. He owned the line service there in Valley. He just retired. He's 87. He retired about that.
Oh my goodness.
He flew crop dusters till he was 83.
I guess he's been lost his medical.
No, he still got his medical.
Still has medical.
He bet you he could still fly if he wanted to.
That guy must be surprised.
Well, you met him out here. He's something else. When I was getting my pilot license, I got my license and I had to get an endorsement for tail driver. He flew with me. Flying with them damn crop dusters? Yeah. He said, well, let me just go ahead and sign you on. Yeah. They're amazing pilots. We got a young one here in town. 35. John Boy.
Yeah.
He's 35. And he's
Yeah, when I'm up in
that's where Whitey was from. I don't know. Good old man.
Well, that's what I tell people.
He'd be
I have
69.
gray hair for a reason.
Yes, he'd be 69. Listen to me, I'm older.
Yes, sir.
My hair turned white.
You gotta wait long. A couple years older than I am.
I'm old.
You took care of your body.
I still have weight.
I
For my
didn't
career.
know
I don't want to crush on the knees and ankles and so forth. Tomorrow morning at 8:30 when I get to
Monday's supposed to be 45.
nighttime. Yeah. Well, daytime, to be honest. But the sun is not burning my skin. I have to dress up.
Lows 46, the highs
From the bike.
67 and 50.
Oh.
Look there.
Oh, yeah, I can see 67%.
Get it near as bad as you.
You probably gonna have to wear long sleeves.
Is that because of the sun? I mean, the sun hurts it.
Yes, it's real tender.
Tender. Yeah.
Skin
And
blisters real
it's been about a month that happened. You know, since the house before I lived man, we're gonna have to start all over again. Well,
He had a deer running in the side. He had one he had hit on. T-bone mine.
Oh,
Top of the
when I was in Yellowstone, I almost hit a fox.
Yeah, I T-boned that deer, bro. The toughest bone in the human body is the shoulder blade.
Almost. I think I felt his nose on my leg as I went by. I was like,
and last June when we was here, we took us riding to Stillwell.
He was over
La
Holiday.
Linda. I was in the very back, behind Roy. And one of them dudes like that, hammer in the hit my crash bar. But we were doing like 45.
He said he had a that's full grown.
He wanted to bring it back to Camp Cookie.
yeah, well, yeah.
100 miles away in this kind of heat? No. Need to be sorry about it though. You hear?
He's swelling up.
The poison.
Watch everything out.
Yeah, this is not a good time to be here. No matter what. You want to see Jupiter? Let me get it on there.
May have to take your glasses off.
Well, leave your. I don't know if
I had to take mine
if
off.
those are corrective.
Go around the other side where he's at.
Yeah, come around the front. It's like.
Let me see.
Climb up here.
Well, let me do it first so I can get it right in for you. Okay. See now, I'm going to put my eye up right here to the eyepiece first, then I can touch the scope. Because the thing is, if you touch the scope first, you might move it, not even know it. This scope moves really easily. Now, there's 4 moons around we see in Jupiter. Okay, and the focuser is right here, sir, right off to the right, just like a microscope on a base. See where my fingers are? Yeah, just turn it one way or the other. You'll feel it. Let me get this ready.
There's radio.
Yeah, there you go. See what you see. Just climb up one step, lean in, and look in the eyepiece first, and then
Oh, that moon is bright.
yeah, well that's Jupiter. That's Jupiter.
See the moons on it? 3 of them?
Yeah, we got 4 of them.
4.
You see 4?
Oh, that's Jupiter.
Yeah, that's Jupiter. Okay, now
I
you want.
can see the lines.
You
on
want to
it.
see Uranus?
Those are the gas bands. That's methane gas, different colors, because of different temperatures.
If you want to see Uranus.
Well, we have, okay, now, keep your eye on the eyepiece. I'm going to take your hand, put it right here, right on top of the scope. Now, move the scope toward you just a bit and up. Like a millimeter toward you and up. And once you see it again, you can move it into the center of the eyepiece. See, you're an astronomer.
There you go.
See, you're an astronomer now.
Because
See how
of
easy that is?
rotation.
Isn't that cool?
Because we're traveling about 1,000 miles an hour currently.
900 nautical miles per hour
Yeah.
on the surface of the Earth.
Yeah.
Not at 4,000 feet.
And right here, we're moving at 898 miles per hour.
Right here.
Right here.
At this light.
Stop. I'm thinking about that.
You just get the cosine and the latitude contours. I always had that.
What latitude are we on here? Approximately. What latitude are we on here? Approximately.
30. Gold star, they're 30 degrees above the horizon. And here's Cassie over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're everywhere.
And so at this time of the year, you're going to fall. That's where we see it in the night sky at this time. Now all the stars over here go counterclockwise around the Earth. And the stars behind you, the seasonal stars, look here, go clockwise as they see. The face of the moon appears to turn clockwise. because we're traveling in a circle. A circle is all day long. The Earth spins 360 degrees. If you turn away from something, it makes things appear to go clockwise. When you turn into something, it makes things appear to go counterclockwise. It's an optical illusion.
I'm thinking time to focus the North Star to get the lines.
Yeah, it gets star trails.
Yep. Well, that was interesting. I appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
There you all came out. Thank you.
What's that?
Well, I enjoyed your company. I do. Wish you all were around a little bit more. Have you thought about moving out here? Probably not. Where you all live.
I have thought of it.
Yeah, you live what? Close to Brunswick?
Uvalde.
We live in Valley.
Yeah, between Del Rio and San Antonio.
Okay.
We live in a little farming community.
No, not.
I thought about it here, but the cost of land is up atrocious here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm building 800 square foot fixture-up house that you can't even live in. They want $40,000 for it. Crazy. You know, something I'd give $5,000.
Yeah.
We'll ease on back down here.
I'm going that way too. Hippie, you going to the house? Okay, see you in the morning.
Yeah.
See y'all tomorrow.
You have a hotel room here? Down here? Oh! Down visit.
I like to teach.
Oh, yeah.
I've been here. First week of June.
Yep, June 4th. Yep. I think it was. I'm trying to remember. June 4th, I think we were here.
I came the first and we left on the 5th.
Okay.
Me and Jerry, they stayed here for a couple more days.
Okay. Now, do you live near them?
I live in it. They live in the little town Canipa. It's east of Valley, about 10 miles.
Okay.
It's a little community. In Valley, but
Not bad. Not bad. Oh, you do?
on the trailer park. And I retired 5 years ago. And my son, he's a preacher. He's living in Manor. And he said, Dad, I'm going to move closer to you. You know,
I know. I understand.
and I said, well, come over here. And then he did get it.
Anything to see now?
Fantastic.
Oh, y'all are, I'm sorry, y'all thought you were the movie
No,
guy.
September 1st, a year ago, I signed everything. Well, see, what happened is that I couldn't find It's not really that much, but before she graduated.
Wow, that's good.
He wanted so he could go and then work his wife. And right now he's put it in the
How much do you charge for?
for a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, for an RV, yes. 250. Well, that's good. 375. That's with electricity.
Oh,
Do you have to pay for electricity there?
they gotta pay. But he's gonna arrange it to where he can set up to have overnight camping. Because I wasn't set up for that.
Yeah.
I was set up for permanent.
Oh, I see. Right.
I pay the water. So he pushed it first. The one side that the trailer park is for nothing but RVs.
Okay, good.
I got 4 big trailers there. And he done, they're old trailers. There was one that I had sold to this one guy, paid for it, but he never paid the taxes. And I paid the taxes, so I took it back. But I only took it back because he owed me like at the time that was gone, it was in your name. Whatever. Anyway, they tore that trailer up, so I completely took it off, tore it down. So there's 3 full-size trailers.
Wife is so sweet too. They're very special people. And I sure miss them a lot, that's for sure. So, this...
I've got some real special friends like that. And I hang around with the guys. No, they're not too loud. I know they're loud.
Well, likewise, sir. And you are right. You are blessed with a son. Good son.
Oh, yeah, and I got 2 daughters. One of them, she went on the wrong road. Left her husband, 3 granddaughters, already teenagers. One of them just graduated that last. And know.
Of course you do.
But I'm not too cool. Because her mother, my age, did the same thing. Left the kids to
My wife left me in '87 for another man, and then that guy, after 3 years after he graduated, from grad school, he divorced her. Yeah. Isn't that something?
So maybe she lost out.
Well, she married years later, and she lives with her husband in, I think it's Louisville, Kentucky, and has 2 children. So I'm happy for her. I'm glad that it turned out well. And here I'm in Marathon.
I'm at the Louisville.
At times I wonder, what am I doing here? Yeah.
Hey, you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that change in here. I don't know what else. But I'd have to sell all my telescope stuff.
But that's yours.
Oh, yeah.
This is yours.
Yeah. Yeah, that's mine. Well, the telescope inside the dome. Well, the dome is mine too. Somebody gave it to me. I can't take it with me. You need a flat truck. Because those big leaves have to be on strapped down on a flat truck to transport it. I was very thankful the guy gave it to me, but what am I going to do with it? I just don't have the money to move it around, nor would I, because the next place I go may not have a spot for it. So
That'd be stay.
Yeah,
And you're 67?
yeah, 67.
So,
I want to get up to Colorado or New Mexico, do some snow camping one time in the winter. I enjoy the snow, but I don't like the cold. They had some big snows up in Colorado already. So anyway.
yes, I seen them people where this one guy was in a motorcycle while it was snowing.
And it's bad. That was what, I don't know, September 5th or 6th? I can't remember now.
I got a friend
14th.
from Loveland,
Oh, yeah. I know where that is. I've ridden through that a number of times.
and he's up there right now visiting. He's living in Uvalde because his daughter lives in Uvalde. And they got an RV park. And he moved down because his daughter wanted him to move down. So he moved down and became in Uvalde. But the other day I was talking to them. They play in the band. And they wanted me to play with them. I played with them for a while. But I couldn't get the hang of it. But he could play what I wanted to play. But the leader of the band, he said, no. Play redneck.
Yeah. What do you play?
Harmonica.
Harmonica, okay.
I play blues and stuff like that. But I haven't been playing it in a long time. But I just picked it up one day and played with it. And I did pretty good with it, but it's not the kind of they like to play you like that way. But it's all right. They do good. They play good. But it's not the way I want to play. Okay, Mark, the Colorado guy, he was in a rock and roll band before, and he liked to play that. But you gotta listen to Tony. And
Was he on the keyboard? Or was he on guitar?
guitar.
Guitar.
The drummer, Lee, I just seen him here a couple of days before. I said, well, where's Mark? I called him, but he didn't answer. He said, oh, he's in Colorado. He's been over there about 3 weeks ago. He said, like, yesterday. He's from Colorado, and he said that he called and said one day
Yeah. Colorado's getting some snow this early. A little bit early.
it's early.
Yeah, I saw talked to one guy who's snow camping up there now. He and his wife, and they had 18 inches overnight. I said, it must have dumped on you if it's 18 inches over one night. Well, it started in the afternoon, and they went overnight. So that's a lot of snow. And they're up at a BLM land, National Forest up there.
I don't know too much about Colorado. I never been to Colorado.
Oh,
My
wow.
son, when he was in high school, they'd go make trips up there.
Yeah.
And then when he started with the youth ministry, he'd take the kids up there skiing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm proud of him. I didn't want to
Well, what's that? I mean, you seem to be fine.
Yeah, I'm okay, but I got around with the wrong crowds and stuff like that. And since he was little, when he was in high school, other preachers from different parts of Texas would call on him to come and preach to the other people.
Okay.
And he took it up, and he graduated from high school, and he says, I want to go to Howard Payne. So I did go to Howard Payne. You know, it's a pretty good, it's a Baptist school. It's a private school. Well, it's public, but it's more like I don't know.
It would be a private institute, college, university,
Yeah,
college, yeah.
But he majored in martial arts. He can do a lot of stuff with it.
Oh, wow. See, I miss that. You see, as you know, our age, computers really didn't take off until the 90s.
I know, but
Right.
if we were old,
Oh, man.
like I tell you, man, sometimes I can't figure
Oh,
out
my
something
iPhone.
that my little kids will come over and say, look, this is my phone,
Yeah, I know.
this, my phone.
I know my iPhone is a mystery. But I was typing DOS code. And now, with all the icons and everything, it's just different. But see, I just never got caught onto it. I did programming, I did website development. But
Well, he did that computer thing, commercial arts, and when he first got out and graduated from college, he was working in Brownwood, since he already had a house there. He was working there at a printing company. A pastor that pastored over there in Uvalde, but he was in Llano, and knew that Sam had minor in medicine. So he asked him, look, my church needs to use medicine, but he's willing to. So they negotiated. He said, well, we make a better money. So he went. And he just stayed with it. Right now he's doing real good. God bless him. He listened to me. When he was 13, 14 years old, he was dead. Some of my friends had experimented with marijuana. And I said, son, I'm not going to hold it against you, because I was saying, I did. I said, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Once you start, it's hard to do.
yes. It took me, well, even like smoking cigars, that is hard. Nicotine, that is hard. I don't know if it's harder to get out of nicotine or marijuana, which I've never smoked marijuana.
Well, I used to smoke cigarettes since I was 11 years old. I've still been on hormones.
I remember those, yeah.
What, non-filter?
Yeah, non-filter, or like Camels.
Camels.
Raleigh's not
And that's what my mom used to smoke. My dad never smoked, but I used to smoke cigarettes back around the bar.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I got hooked on it. When Sam was born, I had the habit of smoking a cigarette before I go to sleep. And that was I heard him coughing and stuff. That's a baby him.
Yeah.
He was 2 months old. I said, that's it. No more cigarettes, and I've been smoking that day.
Wow. Something, that's a life-changing event.
But I had already experienced that cold turkey with beer. I've got 33 years, going on 34 years, no drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. Unless somebody at the, I go to somebody's house,
A little drink.
and they serve a wine, sure, and I say, oh, just a little bit. I like water. But
That's
iced
what
tea,
I've got. Water.
yeah, water, oh, out here especially. If I don't drink enough water, my skin starts turning white, flaky. So I have to be careful out here. Out in the desert, sucks it out of me. And
Get dehydrated
Dude.
and have a stroke.
I know. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I think so many strokes could be avoided. People drink water. Not iced tea, not coffee, not pop.
And today I was telling Phil and Moore something about it. Not eating like I should. Like usually for breakfast I'll eat me a bowl of oats or a couple of biscuits with honey and bacon. Something like that. Then at noon I'll eat light. Then at supper I'll eat a big thing. And I was thinking to myself, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I should eat the good breakfast
Yeah.
and then lay off on the other
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you're not overweight, are you?
No, well I am a little over. I weigh 200 pounds.
Okay, yeah, so I'm still 25 pounds overweight. And I gotta get it down.
Well,
So I'm eating less now.
my height, I'm supposed to be from 185 to 189, something like that.
Okay, I'm supposed to be about 165. My frame is really small, so my skeleton system just can't support it. So I got to go down below what normal is.
Hello.
My mom was a small, short woman.
How's it going?
Hi.
Danny sent us over here. He
Okay,
said
well,
just-
good. I
I'm
just got
checking
ready to
out.
put it away.
Oh, well.
But that's okay. We can
can.
look. See the moon is just washing everything out.
Yeah, I know.
But we can certainly see Jupiter and Saturn. I'll point those
Oh,
out.
he sold it to me.
Jupiter right there, Saturn should be right behind it.
Jupiter.
Yep.
Here's Saturn. And I don't know what that is.
Hey,
That's a
you
laser.
guy.
It's a
Oh,
high
it's
intensity
light
laser.
amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Well, LASER. Laser. Yeah. Light amplified by stimulated emission of radiation.
Say it.
It's speech. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. You have a
This
good
thing is
evening.
huge.
So this is only our 20-inch. We have a 24-inch.
Wait, this is it?
This is the telescope. Yeah, see, this is a skirt around it, so incidental light doesn't strike the mirrors.
Wow.
But that's okay. Well, we'll look at Jupiter. See, now Jupiter is just so
So
bright.
how do you get this thing like set?
Well, that's a short story. This is a Newtonian scope. This is the style or the type of scope that Newton actually invented many, many years ago. But this at the bottom is a new invention because if you look, there's handles,
Right.
there's wheels,
Right.
and when I put this telescope upright and lock it so it doesn't flop over, I pick up those handles. You can pick them up with one finger. And it was
Roll
made.
this whole thing out.
It moved the whole thing out. This was invented in the 90s.
Well, thank God for that.
Well, this is a Newtonian Dobsonian. The Dobsonian is the mount for the Newton scope. So, like I have a Cassegrain equatorial telescope in the dome.
Mm-hmm.
You tell what type of scope it is first, and then its mount. Well, when I'm a full-time RVer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was headed out to shake John Dobson's hand in San Diego. That's the first. I was leaving Kansas City, going right to San Diego, shake his hand because he was thinking outside the box on this, and he died before I got there at the age of 99.
Oh,
so I left too late. But anyway, then I went on up to Tucson because I was in Arizona at the time, so I went north.
I'm from Arizona.
Okay, so I went to Tucson.
Okay.
And to Arizona.
Right.
And talked to Dean. He's the inventor of the Hyperstar lens.
Really?
Yeah, and the Hyperstar lens allows us to take pictures at a much larger aperture. And it's the lens that's the International Space Station uses too. So I went up there and shook his hand, and because I wanted to ask, what got you there? From
where we were.
Yeah, that's right, because it's a quantum leap.
Right.
Because we used to take pictures at between 5.7 stop to 10. Mm-hmm. Well, his one invention changed it to now 1.9.
Oh. We're set up right now?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna climb up there, and I'm gonna give just a few instructions because this is a manual scope, so we have to compensate for Earth's rotation.
Right.
So here's the. Let me get out my
Flashlight.
Yeah, well, red light. This is the lens you're going to look straight into, but there's a focuser right here.
Oh.
So you just turn that, and then once you look in, focus it. Take your hand on top of the scope like that, just very gently while looking in the lens. Don't take your eye away from the lens. Because look how easy this thing's to move. Look at that.
Right.
You don't even, or see? So Jupiter now is past our meridian, so it is setting.
Right.
Just like the sun. I ask people all the time. We have a sunrise, right?
Yeah.
I ask them, what does it rise to? Rise down. Our sun rises to an imaginary straight line that runs from pole to pole, south, north, and underneath the feet, and back up. And when the sun bisects that line, it's astronomical noon. And that's when your shadows are shortest behind you. And your astrological clocks, or what we call it, sundials, are based upon that principle. Because now we have, as you know, there's 24 time zones because there's 24 hours in a day. Okay, go ahead, real quickly. Now you're going to see.
You got a laser set up on that thing too?
Yeah, you can see it right here.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, but see, it's going to be so bright now. That's why I was out here at 8 o'clock. Oh, there's Io. Io is right next to the Jupiter, just right on the right side. It looks like a little pimple. Look at that. That's amazing. Take a look at that.
You want to see first? All right.
Heck yeah, push him to the side. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Just see if you can. Yeah, just try to lean right into it. Yeah, don't touch the lens though. No reason to touch the lens.
Right now.
Yeah. And then you.
What's the millimeter on that lens?
This is 13.
Okay.
So this is about, with the focal length, about 185 power.
Wow.
Is it the little blurry spot?
Excuse me?
Wait, am I looking at it right?
It's hard to tell when we're out here.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Let me see.
Look at it real quick.
Of course, the Earth is rotating.
At the same time.
So since if you don't put the hand on the scope and move it toward you and down now, so by the time he gets up there, it won't be in there. You have to move the scope. You have hands. Yes.
No, I'm trying to see if I was looking at the right.
Well, see, I couldn't see while you're up there.
There, I put it at the top
There
right,
you go.
honey, so it's gonna
It's
slowly
right. Yeah.
float down to the bottom
That's
left.
right. And we're seeing opposite. This is a
Yeah.
mirror image. So good, good. Eye to the eyepiece, hand to the scope. Excellent. So no matter what your brain is telling you, you want to pull the scope just like a
In the opposite
millimeter
direction.
toward you and millimeter down because it's setting there.
And then where would the Milky Way be?
Underneath your feet.
Right, the whole thing.
Well, see, we only see a fraction of it every night.
Mm-hmm.
And Earth is part of the Milky Way. The Milky Way, what we call the Sagittarius and the Carina bands. Here's Scorpius, left shoulder, neck, right shoulder, the back, and then the tail. There's the tail, and there's the Sphinx tail. You can barely see it. Okay, the Carina arm coming right through here, and the Sagittarius band's coming right through here. And it's from horizon to horizon. So if you look over this way,
I knew I could see some that cloudy stuff.
Yeah.
I told you. I knew it.
And in the
So
1800s,
what is that?
that's billions of stars.
So if you were to point that over there, we would see just tons of stars.
Yeah, you can see much more stars than we can with our unaided eye. And every star you do see, individual star you see, it doesn't matter what night, you're seeing stars in our galaxy.
Right.
Because our eyes just are not good enough to see individual stars in our galaxy.
Right.
And the stars we're seeing are relatively close to us. Because this band here is, you can see there's the Carina band right there, and it looks like it merges with the Sagittarius.
Right.
The Sagittarius actually goes over the top of it.
And once around 2 o'clock, once the moon is setting, Danny was saying that you're going to get this other end of the Milky Way that's
well,
coming up.
yeah, the only problem is, the other end of the Sagittarius band.
Right. Okay.
Because we now know, see, in the 1800s we were ignorant. We thought, or the astronomers thought, what they were seeing, that milkiness, was, they called it the Milky Way galaxy. They did not realize we were in the same galaxy. So once they realized that, they had to give names to those bands.
Right.
In the summertime, it's Carina, Sagittarius, and then in the wintertime, which is right there, it'll be rising. You'll see about 5 o'clock this morning. That's the outer band and the Perseus band. So we're seeing only just a very small fraction of our galaxy.
Right.
Any night. So that's why I try to help people, remind them. During the day, you're seeing the Milky Way. Just a smaller photo. Our sun, Earth, us, everything. And then at night we see another different part of our galaxy.
Right.
Okay, so how about Saturn?
Sure. Let's see what we got. I know it's going to be really hard with the moon's glare.
Yeah, it's terrible. You don't even want to try looking at the moon.
So what's the benefit of having a large diameter of the telescope?
Well, with humans, with us, and this is a reflector scope. It reflects the
Refractor.
several mirrors. It allows us to use certain eyepieces that is very comfortable for us. You can see large objects. And bigger the mirrors are, more light it gathers, so you can see further distances with more light. Because this is all the light we get. We can't put a flashlight on it and get like a microscope.
Right.
There you go. Look at this. This is fun. This is Saturn.
You already got it focused in, too?
Yeah. Well, for me, yeah.
Oh, right.
She wears glasses, so I'm sure it's different. But
Oh.
isn't that cool? Isn't that cool?
No, hold on.
But this is not a good night to even see this.
Like, you could see the bands way better during a new moon.
You can see the gas bands on
Go
Saturn.
look at that.
What?
Go look at that.
There's Cassia there, Cassiopeia, the Queen constellation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's on a lot of shirts. And then the North Star is right there. And here's the Big Dipper over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you take, there it is. And you take these two stars. It's hard to see that one. Draw a straight line. It takes you right to the North Star. which is the end of the ladle for the Little Dipper. But I can't see these two stars in here, but they're set 1, 2, 3,
So
then 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the bucket for the Little Dipper.
is the North Star always by
It's
that? The
all the other stars appear to go around the North Star because the North Star is at our very near our celestial North Pole. I know that's hard to follow. Just a minute. I got a globe. Makes it easier to understand with an illustration. Okay, inside this globe, that's Earth, okay? And if I put this little button up here that I can move, right at my zenith, straight out, that's the tilt of the Earth. That tilt, as far as you're concerned, in your lifetime, your children's lifetime, their lifetime, they just will never see a change. Actually, the Earth wobbles like that over 25,000 to 26,000 years.
That's
Like
cool
a
that you
top,
have that
you know,
so set up.
You spin a top, and as the top slows down, starts to wobble. That's what the Earth is doing now. Okay, see, it's wobbling, but it's so slow. It's so slow. It takes 25,000 to 26,000 years.
I got to do that to my telescope.
that's crazy.
Okay, now see this point here
Yeah.
on top? See that this rod is going through the center of the Earth? That's celestial North Pole. This
Okay.
is celestial South Pole. Okay? Because that's... Okay, now, the point is, right to the North Pole, North Star. Okay? As the Earth rotates and also orbits the Sun, it appears that all these stars turn counterclockwise around Polaris. However, if you just look over your shoulder to these stars, which are called the seasonal stars, these stars appear to turn clockwise, as they say, opposite direction. Because we are turning in an arc, 360 degrees every day. And when you turn away from something, as you're moving in a circle, I knew that was going to happen, what's behind you appears to turn clockwise, and what you're turning into appears to turn counterclockwise. Because we're moving in an arc around the sun. And an arc, not around the sun, but our rotation. A rotation as the Earth rotates. So I can rotate the Earth like that too.
So more stars are going to come out once the moon sets.
Oh yeah, they're already out. You're going to be able to see more.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
But I love idioms. I love English idioms.
For sure.
Because I'm a linguist. So we're going to see more stars. I always do that. But that was a shooting star or a meteor.
Yeah.
I only saw one tonight.
Yeah, she's only seen one, but I saw one through the scope. It was quick.
Yeah.
I saw a couple the other night. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, is that Jason?
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Good.
So does this make sense to you now?
It does, it
It's our
does.
celestial North Star.
Because I'm more of a visual person.
I
so
know.
have to
Okay,
see
good.
it.
Well, see, the Egyptians, the North Star, what we call our North Star, Polaris, that's the name of that star, was not their North Star. It was a different star.
Oh.
Because remember the Earth's precession? Remember? Or wobble? See, 6,000 years ago, it was different. It was pointing at a different star. And that's why on their literature and
They have a different one?
they have a different North Star. But of course, the archaeologists did not understand that in the 1800s, though, when they were digging and understanding more about the pyramids. They thought they made a mistake. No, as archaeologists made a mistake. It took years for the astronomers to understand. We wobble. I'm exaggerating. Okay? We wobble. Now, the outer globe represents stars. See the little and constellations. This is called a celestial sphere. The Greeks knew that there were brighter and dimmer stars, but they thought that all the stars were on a celestial globe above them.
Right.
And so that's why this is called. So this is after the Greek understanding of our Earth and the stars.
And these are all the stars within our galaxy that we see.
Oh, just a few are represented.
Right.
Because there's actually billions and billions of stars
Right.
in our galaxy.
But the idea is
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, yeah. So as the Earth rotates, you see different stars rise in the east, and then the stars set in the west.
Yeah.
Just like our sun does.
Right.
Just like our moon does. Now the moon is actually moving around the Earth counterclockwise toward the east, about 2,200 miles per hour. That's an average speed. Depends where it is in its orbit around the Earth, because as it gets closer to Earth, it speeds up. And then in its elliptical orbit, as it gets further out, it slows down. So
Right.
it's about 2,200 miles. That's why every night when you look at the moon, say, oh, wait a minute, last night it was over there. The night before it was over there. The night before it was over there. The night before it was over there. And the night before that, I didn't even see it. Because the moon is moving toward the east. So tomorrow night at this time, it will be 12.7 degrees to the left. Yep. Or you might as well say 13 degrees. Just keep it, round figures.
This is awesome.
So yeah, and so we're well past we're past.
Is there any nebulas out that you can see?
Any what?
Nebulas?
See, because of the moon, it washes out my guide stars.
Right.
All my guide stars are gone. I can't even see anything. What we could try to do is look at a ring nebula.
Okay.
And this is where a star has gone nova. And by the way, Mars is rising in the east. See that red
Over there?
dot
Yeah.
over there? Yeah, that's Mars rising. Of course, it's way too low to look at. Let's see. We're going to have to get the tall ladder for this. It's somewhere around there. See, I see those two stars.
I need to
Alpha
do
and
that for my
Gamma.
telescope with that laser.
Now this is Lyra, Vega. The bright star up there is Vega. It's the fifth brightest star that we see, regardless, not counting our sun, regardless what season. Let's try to find this ring nebula real fast. Ooh, I'm going to have to refocus that. There we go. Sometimes I have... let's see. Okay, let me see. It's about right there. Between alpha and gamma.
It's freaking awesome.
That laser thing, right?
Yeah.
It makes it so much easier, it feels like.
Yeah, but I don't think the laser is calibrated anymore because I should have found it already. It's not that hard. Yeah, unless I'm looking on the wrong end here. Yeah, I don't see it. And see, what I'm looking at when I look at the scope, and so are you, you're looking at itsy bitsy piece of space.
Right.
I could put a larger eyepiece in and probably find it. I don't know why. How high am I? Well, we'll look at something Hercules. Yeah, we'll look at it. I tell you what, we'll look at M13, which is right about. It's too far, but that's okay. This, what I'm going to get this on is a globular cluster.
Okay.
There's ooh, don't look at the light. Ooh. I wish we could put a gate across that entrance at night.
Yeah.
And is to tell them, please try something else.
That was extra.
Oh, hurts my eyes. I've been out here since
That was
sunset.
bright.
Okay, let's see where we are. Okay, Hercules.
Flashlight.
Not right there. This is going to be a brighter object too to find. There it is. Hey!
Hey!
Now, globular in Latin means sphere or circle, depending upon the context. So, a globular cluster is a circle or sphere of stars.
Okay.
But because of the moon, again, this is going to be washed out because this is the brightest globular cluster we can see from the northern hemisphere. Here you go. Take a look at that. Now, it's setting, so you're going to have to pull the scope down because see, it's past that meridian. know it's setting.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cool? That's called M13.
That's kick-ass. Caitlin, look at that.
I have not.
Oh, well, come on over.
Oh, yeah, I'll let these folks go.
Everybody's welcome. Yeah, put your eye to the eyepiece and then your hand on the scope because it's going to be...
See anything? Pull down towards me. Yeah, you're going to see that group of stars. There's a whole bunch of them. Kind of looks like you got a bit of spray paint and just clicked it a little bit.
There's Vega and Ring Nebula.
You see it? Sure, hold on. Pull down. Now look.
Let me make sure. Because now it's in the western sky. See, when I usually catch it when it's in the eastern sky.
Let me see real quick.
Nicer. Yeah.
Let me see so I can make sure.
Okay, so
Get ready. Get ready.
Ring Nebula. Just have to type it in there. Ring Nebula. There it is. Okay. Yep. Right where I thought it was.
It's right there.
No, the Ring Nebula. Whew, that made me dizzy because of my allergies.
Oh, I have allergies too.
Oh, but it's pressed on my eardrum. And
Oh.
what's happening is that when I look up that high,
And all that.
yeah, things start to spin. Vega's right there. That's Vega.
Oh.
This is all Lyra.
Quick,
Constellation
quick,
Lyra.
quick.
Yeah.
There.
There you
Got
go.
it focused in.
Yeah, the Earth does not stop rotating for anyone.
Oh,
You see all that?
yeah.
Now that represents,
Awesome.
That represents several 100,000 stars.
I was definitely not looking at that before.
So think of it as a 360, a glob.
Okay, get it. Can you get it back for a working thing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my legs are starting to hurt.
Ah,
Is that another car?
Medicine?
pardon?
Do you have allergy medicine for it?
Yes, yes. But sometimes I have to use Sudafed to really
Oh, yeah.
clear my... And today, I've been starting noticing it again. Last couple days were fine.
All right. It's there.
Come on over,
Air
Jason.
could be.
That's M13. M stands for Messier. Messier and his cohorts cataloged 110 objects.
This is cool.
And none of them are a comet because they were comet hunters and they didn't want to confuse things like this with a comet. But did you notice you could see individual stars with our telescope? With their telescope they couldn't.
Why?
It was more of a blur because they didn't have the optics we do today.
Right.
Oh.
Did you see it, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that is
really
nice.
cool.
I was like, that was definitely not what I was seeing before. No, I was it was like a circle, and I was like, what am I supposed to be looking at?
And I can't see that in the city where I'm at.
Oh gosh, no.
So do you have your own scope?
Yeah, I brought it actually. It's
okay.
it's about a 10-inch. What is that called? A refractor? I don't know. It's like that. It's pretty much like this.
Yeah.
It's got the big first surface mirror
Uh-huh.
down there, and it just bounces straight into the optics. Yeah, it's just smaller.
So it's
Just a little bit.
it's a Newtonian scope too.
Yeah, it's called a power seeker,
Okay.
a Celestion power seeker.
All right.
That's what it's called. It's got a big counterweight on the end of it, and then it's got these two knobs where once you get something in there, you slowly turn them so it goes with the rotation.
Oh, really nice.
Oh,
nice.
Amazon gave me a great deal on it. I was like, wherever I'm at, I can see whatever I
Everything
want.
from Amazon.
Oh yeah. Mars though, I've never actually seen Mars through a telescope because every chance I get, it's always cloudy where we're at.
Yeah,
Well-
it'd be a couple hours before
Yeah.
we could see even decently because we're looking almost through 3 atmosphere thicknesses now. We could not see the ice cap on it that low.
Really?
Yeah, we had to wait until it's up here somewhere and we see the ice cap and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Me and my wife are gonna come back out here at around like 2 once because the moon's setting at 1:15,
Okay.
and I'm gonna guess the glare is gonna be gone by about 2.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, see, last night was at 1 o'clock. 2. Yeah, now it's about almost an hour every day now.
Yeah.
Longer.
and that's insane how fast and how much that changes every day.
Mm-hmm.
And those telescopes that those people are using, in Austin, or right behind this building.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yeah, he was telling me, he was showing me a time-lapse video of them just...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the imaging observatory down there. We don't even touch our scopes down there. We let our computers move.
Yeah. And so the computers track what you want to see, and they just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So like that.
It's the mount that tracks, actually, in the software. We have another camera. We have the main camera taking a picture of something, but then we have another camera that has literally, it's a crosshair. And the software, or you can designate a nearby star, something that you're taking a picture of. And so because of the irregularities of any mount, I don't care how many millions of dollars you spend, there's nothing perfect.
Right.
So the software tells the mount how many pixels down and to the right to move.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you never hear it. You never see it. It's so incremental into the millions. Oh, it's amazing. And the software now for imaging it is relatively inexpensive now. You can buy good tracking software for less than $150.
Question for you gentlemen. What places to eat is open right now?
Right now?
Right now.
Zero.
Zero.
This is
Everything's
marathon.
closed. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, he's laughing because he knows. And some days there's only a few things open during the day.
Yeah.
You would have to drive to Alpine. 30
Alpine,
miles.
30 miles.
30 miles that way to get anything. That way, yeah, up 90. And I wouldn't advise it unless you're absolutely starved because there's animals, elk on the road.
Really?
Or javelina. And you'll say, man, I wish I didn't crash my car into that.
I saw some big Barbary sheep out there too one day. That was in the afternoon, but there would have to be a herd of at least 100 out there.
Oh my.
And they like to come out at night.
Yeah.
So you've got to be really, really careful on this highway at night.
Over here, did they ever come
We
into
know when
town?
we're not driving.
It's really, see, now, yeah, there's nothing. The French
Go check on
bakery
these dogs.
opens,
Thanks,
what,
Will.
8 o'clock? Okay, Jason.
You guys have a good night.
Nice to
You
meet
too.
you.
See ya.
Likewise. Take care.
Opens at, I think, 8 a.m. or even earlier, 7 a.m. And they have things you can buy. It's not just a grocery store. But everything there is double the price.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a small town, and they have to trade it in.
So do you ever take these cross country and... No, they just stay here.
Because I don't go across country. I stay here because I have one of the darkest skies here.
Right.
So why should I go anywhere?
And there's no point in going anywhere else.
And then for my imaging, it's in the dome down here. You see the white dome? It's off to the left. That's where my stuff is. And then all those people are over there. Six telescopes.
You got your own setup over there too? Danny was...
Bill? Bill Ramey. Yeah. I was never called Doug Bill.
It's all good. We are the Clinking Dudes. I am Thomas. This is King.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir. And this is... They asked. They said, you guys came out here for good day? Or what are you guys doing out here? I was like, this is why we're out here.
This is literally the only reason
The
why
only
we came out.
reason we came out here.
Well, with the moon out, it's terrible.
I know. And we have the most terrible time in our life.
We do.
We honestly do. And, but you know what? Like he was saying, even with...
This is more than we see where we are,
He
though.
said,
Where we live.
and it is true, would almost be considered a worse night, but it would be a full moon. Your guys' worst night is way better than our best night.
That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to tell you.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, even when the moon's not out or set, and the clarity is not good, I tell people this is about 80%. No way! This is better than I've ever seen in my life. So, no, you should see it when it's in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's like you just reach up and just grab the stars.
That's what we're waiting for, if we see that.
Oh, once that moon sets.
So that's what we'll be able to see
Yeah.
this morning.
3.
In
Yeah,
the morning.
3, 4 o'clock. Even get up at 4:30 and come out. Orion will be up. Mars will be. Of course, see, Mars rises, then Pleiades rises, and then Orion rises.
And then all this is filled.
That's all. This is gone.
Oh.
This is set.
Right, but more will be here.
Yeah, from the east. Yeah.
Right.
But see,
Okay.
I was answering her question.
Oh yeah. All of this will be gone, but
Yeah,
there will
yeah.
be more to replace it.
Well, yeah. Now, the southern, what's over you and kind of a little bit to the north and to the south, all these stars will be gone because they
Okay.
will have set, just like our sun sets,
Right.
because our Earth rotates.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, however, these stars in the north,
I'm gonna sit down.
these will appear to go counterclockwise around the North Star. So, okay, how many hours in a day again? Oh, good.
23 hours and 56 minutes.
I
Yeah,
thought it was only 20.
but let's just round it up. How many degrees in a circle?
How many degrees?
Degrees in a
In a circle.
Is it like 360?
That's right. Good. Okay. So now you
I
divide.
don't know, my brain was like kind of,
No, I ask simple questions.
sorry. But
So you divide 24 hours into 360, and that's 15.
okay, I'm glad that you didn't ask for the answer.
No, that's.
So that-
Okay, so that means every time zone, 24 time zones, 24 hours, is divided into 15 arc degrees around the Earth. Isn't that cool? So you learned that tonight. Now here's something else you're going to do. 24 hours, that means tomorrow night, here's Cassiopeia.
I gotta give you one of those.
I know,
At this
I love
time
that.
of night, it will be 4 minutes earlier. Tomorrow
How far
night,
is that actually
Cassiopeia
going?
will be right here. Right here. Okay? So think of this as a big clock going around this way, okay?
Is that the little?
That's the North Star.
Where's the Little Dipper? I
Right here.
can't figure
Oh,
it out
that
yet.
one's over. Okay, that one.
Where's the Little Dipper?
Well, see, there's the bucket.
I
Yeah.
thought the Little Dipper was
And-
way littler than that. Where's that constellation of stars? It's so tiny, but
Pleiades.
it looks like a dipper.
Yeah, Pleiades.
Is that Pleiades? Where would that be?
It's going to be rising.
So it's not up yet.
Okay. No, that's not reason. Because it's a winter object to see. Now, and you see now, here, I know it's hard to see now, but this is called Scorpius. Scorpion, that's left shoulder, neck, right shoulder. Here's the back. And it dips way down below the tree.
And then
Up
there's
around.
the stinger.
Yeah, stinger stars.
How long did it take you to?
Learn all of these?
Yeah.
Just gradually. Just Google. No, I mean, there's so much to learn. And this is just one discipline.
Because I just have awful memory, and so that's just,
Well, your memory is probably about as good as everybody else's. It's what you focus on.
Right.
Now there are exceptions, of course.
Okay, you have chairs. Is that a chair?
Yeah, or you can sit down here at the picnic table.
I would sit down here on the picnic table.
So,
That's
okay,
probably
we're going to go with 24 hours. This is a clock. Remember, this goes around counterclockwise, not clockwise. These
Right.
stars don't go that way because of our rotation. Okay. In 6 hours from now, about where will this be, Cassiopeia? It'll be
That
right
way?
up there.
Right.
In 12 hours, it'll be over here.
Right, because we're looking at the North and South Pole.
That's
and
right.
It rotates.
That's right. So the Big Dipper and all this stars in
That's why it's already setting.
Yeah, see, in 12 hours from now, it'll be over here. Just remember, it goes counterclockwise when you look north.
Right.
Is that hard?
Right.
Is that hard to learn?
No, it's clockwise and going south. It's very, very simple.
Yeah, but let's let her think about it, though.
Well, it's simple to you because you already know all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just now kind of learning
Yeah,
all this.
yeah. Think of a clock that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, the arms of a clock, but make it in reverse, counterclockwise clock. Yeah, but this still would be new, or 12. This still would be 6.
Right.
But 1 would be over here. So the point is, these stars, because of our rotation, appear to go this way.
Oh, you saw one. So all this cloudy stuff we see right here,
That is a Sagittarius band that you're looking at.
and you can't see any, like if you point the telescope up there, you can't see.
You can see a lot of stars.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. I'm sorry for holding you up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go in because I'm getting
Yeah,
dizzy.
I was going to ask you that when you have to go in.
Yeah, see, I started at sunset.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
we didn't
yeah.
know. He didn't know specifically when you were out. When
Just point anywhere, let's get a stool. Or, no, that's
one?
pretty too high. Is that, oh yeah, you all are young. Because, I get up there with 2 steps, but I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. are up holding the glass. But I like to put it, straight on because I can lean into it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Wow.
Yeah, see,
I gotta make sure I'm in the right direction. Am I looking in the right direction?
yeah, push it to your left. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's the only thing. You have to keep moving the ladder. So when he gets done, just move the, turn the ladder.
Okay. And I'm going to be pushing it what direction?
You're going what's considered east.
So I'm going that way. Holy mackerel.
And then you can see stars behind stars behind stars. You see, he's looking up there that we can't see. See the milky part up there? The cloudy part right here?
Yeah.
He's looking in this area. And see, you don't see any individual stars, do you?
No, but when you look
Through the telescope that gathers more light, you see them.
Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night, well, probably tomorrow night be the last night because the moon's just getting too bright. So I come out at sunset. Did you hear me? Sunset.
Got it.
Which means when the sun sets, I'm already started.
Okay.
And then I usually stay out here that night, maybe half an hour. Because the moon's so bright.
Right.
Just can't see anything. I can't even put on Andromeda for you tonight. I can guess where it is. Andromeda, the closest rather spiral galaxy that we can see in the northern hemisphere, right there. See, I can't even see the little glob of light of that galaxy. It's 2.5 million light years.
There's so many stars. It doesn't matter what direction you push.
That's right.
This thing.
That's
There's
right.
so many
That's
stars.
right. And then when you get it over here to Sagittarius by Scorpius, it is even more stars concentrated.
You can do that now?
Well, with the moon.
Yeah, when the moon's not there.
That's why I'm trying to get it over here.
Right. Just push it in any direction, honey. Remember, by the face, not by the lens.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it by the lens.
It's just phenomenal.
Yeah. And this is a 20 inch. And I'm remodeling the 24 inch. Hopefully by next week.
What are you doing to it?
Everything.
I don't know.
Redid the coating of the mirror, primary mirror. That's 24 inch diameter mirror. We bought a new secondary mirror.
I'm gonna get back up there and look again.
That scope did not have a Telrad or a laser, so they will be mounted. When I say everything, we've done everything to it that's possible. Because 24 inch will increase the visibility of light 55% more than what you're seeing tonight.
So,
But yeah, I'm getting kind of dizzy, guys.
that's all good. Okay.
Sorry, but
No,
you know,
it's
it's just, oh, I tell you, things are. See, I keep looking up.
Right.
And that's my mistake. If I just stay here and stable. Or, well, you can continue to look. I can put my back against the wall.
Well, we don't always.
No. I would not move. I would not move anyway right now, Peter. I would want to stay here just for a few minutes anyway.
Oh, to get rebalanced up.
Yeah.
Just let us know when you're ready. But thank you so much for
This is
letting us see
awesome.
Now, too bad the moon's up. We'd be looking at nebulas. We'd see probably about 5 by now, including the Eagle Nebula.
So, do you know where would that one be? The Eagle. Do you know where that one
don't
would
have
be?
to.
Which one?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Eagle Nebula?
That makes
That's just another one of
Dang,
number
that
that
is
we can see right now.
so
it's,
bright.
It's over by Scorpius. But it's high. It's high above Scorpius.
See where I'm from? I mean, that's not that bad.
Oh
But
my
out
goodness.
here with it being so dark.
I know, that's insanely bright.
But here it really hurts your eyes, doesn't it?
Jesus,
Dude, I thought
you're
someone
right.
came around here with like a huge flashlight.
Now I can finally look. Let's see where it went. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I was looking at a nice group of stars just a second ago.
Oh, is that the double? See, the double cluster is right there. That's a big group of stars right here.
Really?
This is the Pleiades. Actually, this is the Pleiades band down here that wraps around our Earth.
Let me do that.
Now, how big is the laser that you're holding?
It's 1 watt.
No, like lengthwise, is it? Oh, okay. So about as big as a flashlight.
Yeah.
A little hand.
It's dangerous too.
Oh yeah, I know.
You gotta put his person's eye out. That's why when I use it,
that's something that you don't have around Jackson.
Oh,
yeah.
No kidding.
Well, people always, ask.
How
me
far does that go?
Have no idea.
You never tried pointing it on a mountain?
No, I've never wanted to because I don't know who's over there.
Oh, you're right.
So what would that do to somebody if you pointed at?
Blind their eyes. Probably burn it.
Well, this one will burn your pointing out within a nanosecond.
Yes.
That's why I'd never let it into anybody else's hands. People come say, "Well, can I just leave it?" I said, no.
We have a toddler, and he's gonna find something.
Yeah, I had to get this from
How did you?
Taiwan.
I'm just trying to figure it out because that'd be so awesome to get one of those put up on my telescope.
Yeah, it's a rail, a gun rail that I used, and then a gun sight mount, and then it's set up there. In fact, I have. Let me see if I have one. I don't have the rail off, but I do have it for my binoculars. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Of course, this goes into a rail that you mount.
Right.
Okay, but so then you just put it on and clamp it down. That's all you have to do. And then use these screws
to adjust the laser.
Yeah. Because when you move the mirror, you got to adjust the laser. So the laser's not exact now because I didn't adjust it from tonight because the moon's out. Yep.
How long does it take to calibrate it?
Depends how bad it's out because any Newtonian scope, this type of scope, you have to culminate. Oh, you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You said calibrate.
Yeah.
Calibrate this laser.
Yeah.
I don't know, a couple minutes maybe.
You just
to get
pick something
exact
and try to get it
to get exact.
right.
Because there's different ways you can do it. It's not only the screws you can move, but it's also this wheel.
Oh yeah.
There's a wheel down here you can turn to help it to get better calibration.
That's the 24 right there. This thing.
Yep. This is over here.
That's the one I've seen on online pictures. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's been out of commission for 2 years because no one did anything to it. So I started taking donations for it. And this is the school's telescope.
Really?
And there's only 60 students here.
Mm-hmm.
And the county doesn't get much money. And so they didn't have the money to redo the mirror. I mean, just redoing the mirror, $1,500.
Jesus.
And if you bought a new mirror, it'd be...
How much is the entire thing?
Oh, buy a 24-inch is about $18,000.
What about that?
Yeah, that would be $10,000 with a 20-inch. Anything over 20 is expensive. If you get, let's say, a 36-inch mirror...
Honey, I'm gonna invest in a 20. You know, it'd be pointless though where we live.
Well,
right?
Yeah, you want to be in a dark sky.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if we
Okay.
ever move and stuff.
If you're not in a dark sky, then what you want to invest in is imaging, because the moon doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter to you, believe it or not. It doesn't.
So you would get an imaging telescope.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you have a celestron, and what, 6-inch?
No, it's a 8, almost.
Oh,
No, I think it's 10.
Yeah, 10 inches more. Yeah, I'd have to look at it. It's an equatorial mount with the weights, counterweights.
Yeah, I can. Oh, man, we're right here in that little building right there. My car's on the other side. I can bring it over here real quick.
Oh no,
It's right there in the back seat.
Yeah, and the mount though is what's crucial.
It's on a tripod, and
Yeah.
then it's up on this huge steel base, and then there's you have all these little settings that you can have it angled and turned just millimeters. Just
Let me tell you, the ones that they moved down there, it's about $16,000 just for the mount. Just for the mount.
oh my god.
The mount is the most important piece.
Of the entire thing.
That's right, because the mount, depending upon how the fractions it can move,
will allow
give
you
you
to
a
stay
better-
focused with something.
Yeah, not focus, but movement with
Right.
whatever you're taking.
Dance with them.
Yeah, dance
there
with
you go.
them. Good way to say it.
A little two-step with it.
So you know, you get a good mount to put a scope on. Then your telescope's the most important thing after the mount. And then after that is what you mount it on. And down there in the dome, we put them on piers, steel piers, so they don't move. They do not move.
So wherever you point it.
Yeah. Well, after I calibrated my telescope with 600 stars, because it knows exactly the point on Earth it is.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, a pier,
Yeah.
a mount, and a telescope. But then where you
There's
are,
a
where are you
computer
on the
system
Earth?
set up on it.
Yeah. And so, see, we don't even touch our scopes. It's all keyboard. And I just use Wi-Fi to get down there. I don't even have to be down there. Just like other people down in those 6 telescopes, they're not here.
They're in Austin.
Yeah, Austin, Chattanooga.
What is it? Where's
Round
that?
I knew that.
Yeah, 2 of them are in Chattanooga. It doesn't
What's-
matter if you're
what's
in Chile.
Chattanooga?
I've never heard of that.
It doesn't matter if you're in Chile. It makes no difference. It's the internet now.
That's insane.
Yeah, it makes no difference. You can be in your hot tub with your iPad. What difference
That's
does it make?
relaxing.
And you could just be like, go left.
Well, no. What you do, you say, okay, I want to see the Ring Nebula. I want to take a picture of the Ring Nebula. So you can either type it in or you type in its designation, M57.
Oh, here we
for
go.
example,
I totally
is
forgot.
a Ring Nebula.
I have a picture of my telescope,
Okay,
so
cool.
you can see it.
Caitlin, are you seeing the stars up there now?
Yes.
It is Caitlin, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure.
And your name's Bill, right?
I'm Bill.
Okay.
I'm getting older, so. And my
Oh,
ears.
that's
See,
all
I
good.
used to never have this issue until a few
This
months
is it
ago.
right here. I'm gonna take this blue filter off. But
Yeah.
see, and
Yeah.
it's got all these little things when
Uh-huh.
you're barely even moving them, and it's just
Oh yeah, minuscule.
slowly moving this
Yeah.
thing.
So what you do, you have motors moving that stuff, though.
There's a motor that I can buy for it that
Yeah.
attaches to all those,
Yeah.
and then it'll do it.
Yeah.
But I think what you're talking about this. Hold on.
Yeah, I can show you pictures I've taken with mine.
You're talking about one of these parts.
Well, I'm actually talking about astrophysics amount, or even
Well,
celestial amount.
Just the. So there's the computer,
Uh-huh.
and you tell it what you want, and
Uh-huh. We'll move it.
it'll
Yep.
move it
Uh-huh.
in whatever
You'll
direction.
slew the scope to where it is.
Yep.
Now the question is, how will it track?
Right. How long? How
That
this
was
is a
long.
this is a celestial. What did you find?
No, I heard something. I was like, what is that?
No. I
Probably
don't-
people kicking rocks.
No, it was non-running.
Whoa. Yeah, computerized go-to mount locates celestial objects for you and tracks them as they move.
Yeah, you can buy the scope, mount, everything for less than $600.
And this one actually connects to a database online that people have all used, and it will it will pretty much pick up your location of where you are based off of other people's data, and then it will what's that called? Calibrate yours where you are, and then bam. So you have to set it in the same spot every night. Okay.
But mine's on a pier, it never moves.
So very
I never take my scope anywhere. Why? I'm in a dark sky. People come here for the dark skies. I don't go somewhere for the dark skies. And then if I'm gone on
So
vacation,
you're retired,
yes, kind of.
Well,
I
so-
still work, but
right? I know it's just a small town. I don't know how far out stuff is for anything.
no,
out
I
here.
understand. It's people don't realize that you better be filling up with gas at times.
Right. Oh no, yeah, we did. Once we got to the halfway point here, we filled up again.
Good.
Yeah. We're like, we're not gonna.
Yeah, because actually there's one
Because
gas
we never
station
knew
here.
how how it would
two.
be.
There's two. I don't know what gas prices are like over here.
Well, I just know diesel is $2.59 a gallon.
You have a diesel?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I pull an RV.
Right.
Cummins engine is great.
You got a.
My ears are plugged in. So.
You got a Dodge.
Yep. Ram.
Yeah, a Ram. That's what I got. I got a Ram. All right, I love it. My dad is a truck driver, and it's amazing. I don't know if he's ever stopped in specific sections of where he's been and just looked up. Because I'm pretty sure if he knew what he could see, he would stop and take 5 minutes and just be like, "Wow."
Hey,
what?
let's get a picture.
Oh, you want to get a picture next to it?
Yeah, because I don't know.
When we'll see you
You're
again.
going to have to take your time lapse, probably. Time exposure.
Hang on. I'll put the
After
flash
that, I'll
on.
take a picture with you.
Oh, not in, like looking through the lens. Just can you take a picture of us
Oh
standing
yeah,
next
yeah,
to
that's
it?
what. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I have it up on. I think it's pointed. Okay, yeah, I had to make sure it was pointed the right way.
I don't even see you.
Yeah, you might have to step back up in there.
You see me?
Watch, just take a.
Oh, wow.
What? Can you see us now?
Yeah.
Really?
That's. Caitlin, I might have trouble. Let's see.
Can you see me now? Oh,
Oh!
Jesus, Bill.
Well, it's not my camera.
So hold on. Let me help
you're
you out.
on flash.
Yeah. See,
Oh,
I
you should have told me that you were on flash.
because see, my iPhone is.
Let me put it on. Let me put it on night mode.
It's like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, but what do I push for it to take?
That one. Bam.
That's the one I did.
Yeah, that's the one.
I just didn't know it was on flash.
I did press it. I
Yeah.
did press the right thing.
Okay,
No, it was
so-
the right thing. I just didn't know Thomas put on flash.
Yeah.
That was
no.
really-
So once we get it set up,
Oh,
let's
wait.
see exactly. Caitlin, stay right there.
Yeah, I'm staying. Oh,
Yeah.
So right about there is where I'm going to be standing.
Okay. Okay, ready? Smiling. Did that take the picture?
Yeah. It does a pre-flash and then
Oh, thank you.
and then
Mine
the
does.
double.
do you
Ready?
want more-
Let's try it again. Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yep.
good. See what you think.
Is this awesome?
Oh. Oh, my eyes are red. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. This is great.
I kind
good.
of moved a little bit. That's why.
We'll see how I even put this away.
Yeah. That one.
Very interesting.
This is very easy to put away. Just gotta get it ready though.
You take out all the lenses and everything.
Yeah, one lens. I turn off the tail rad. That's my sighting that I sight things through. And then I get the bag and put this on. This is for the secondary mirror, which is right here.
You got one of those Washington D.C. camera going on.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen one of those either.
Yeah, actually that's live. I doubt anybody's watching. Okay, so now that's done. So now I just move it straight up like that.
Does it lock into place?
I will lock it once I get around on the other side, but now I put the
Do you ever have to have it that straight up when you're looking at something, or do you wait for it?
no, we wait because it's too hard to move it. So when it's at an angle, it's very easy to move. Okay, so I'm covering the primary mirror with that, and then the lid goes on. Okay, that's on. Okay, now I walk over here. I put this in there, and now I lock it. But see, this is a go-to scope too.
Right.
But I want people to learn how to move a telescope and understand rising and
Tommy.
setting.
Right.
So that's it. Now it's ready to move. But I always check it first, make sure it's okay. Yeah, it's locked. Watch this.
Dude, that was like.
See how easy that is?
Oh my gosh.
See, look,
Like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, just like a wheelbarrow. So I want to go shake his hand because now children can move these things.
Dude, that's cool. Now, is that the biggest one that you have, or?
No,
No.
24 inches over here. But it's not assembled, though. So there's no reason to even look at it. And then I'm just
You didn't
gonna
need to
close
put your
the door.
ladder in there?
No, the light. Okay. Lock it back up.
This was awesome. Alien parking only.
Yeah. All others will be abducted.
Is that what
That's
it
what it
says?
said, yeah.
It says abducted?
Yeah, you can use your white light.
Oh, that's
We're
fine.
going in, so we'll make it.
Ooh, that's bright.
People, can you do this by your silly sign?
We can take a selfie next to your silly
I like
sign.
this sign.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
Here, Caitlin, we should be able to take a selfie right here next to this thing. Let's do a test.
Oh, look.
God.
Yeah, it really hurts your eyes, doesn't it?
Got it. Yep, we are in there. Oh gosh, that's insane.
All right.
Ready?
I think we should do it with our eyes closed.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I close my eyes.
Oh my gosh, that's so bright.
Yeah, I just fit this so.
Alien,
I like
parking only. Others will be obstructed. Oh, it's insane how sensitive your eyes are right now.
See, when you don't have a city around you, having all this light. See, now, if it was a dark night, I would go over there and knock on those doors and tell, please turn off your light.
That one over there?
Yep. And somebody had even Christmas lights on.
Oh, yeah,
Those
there's,
stupid lights.
yeah.
And
Those lights would go off.
that causes.
Oh, that causes incidental light because see, when we're doing visual and it's a dark sky out here,
And then you see that.
oh, that hurts your eyes. It's so dark out here. And so, yeah, that bathroom light, I got to paint that window black. People, if you leave that on all night.
That one right there?
long,
That one?
Yeah.
Why would you leave a bathroom light on?
Because people are afraid of the dark. No, I'm not kidding. People, why do they leave their lights on all night? They're asleep.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah. So, see,
But you're all around people. Like, why?
it doesn't matter. They're still afraid.
See, I'm only nervous around the dark if there's like nothing else around and I'm having to go all the way somewhere else, like camping, where there's nobody else around.
Yeah. But we have an ordinance here. It's a dark sky ordinance. So if they say, screw you, Bill, it's okay, no problem. Deputy shows up. Seriously. It's a dark sky ordinance.
What is, that's
You
like
can-
a curfew.
You cannot leave. You can have your lights on, but you cannot leave your property. And those screwy RV lights are on the side, and they flash straight out at somebody else's bedroom. If somebody did that to me up there, that's where I am up there. I'd be knocking on the door. I don't care what time of night it was.
It's
Right.
like what you were saying. It's unnecessary. You're asleep.
It doesn't matter.
You
I don't want
need
them light
your
in my
lights.
bedroom.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
their lights.
It's hard to sleep. I have a hard time sleeping.
I can't
Light
sleep with
period.
lights on anymore. I used to, but now
Yeah, when I was
just, I need
younger,
it darkness.
all the time. What? Now I just need it completely dark. I would love to see how dark it is out
No,
here
that's just
when
messed
there's
up
no
to keep your
moon.
bathroom light on
Or,
all day and all night.
yeah, no moon.
I see a light just moving around over there.
Yeah, it could be some.
Where?
We have photographers out there a few of the times. And
So,
if- and
Oh,
let me ask
right
you a
there.
question. The Marfa lights.
it's a physical phenomenon.
Right. Can you see those from over here? Or
No.
You got to go over there.
Yeah, because the silica on the desert floor is over there. And it's the sunlight hitting the ice crystals high in the stratosphere and refracting and reflecting down to the silica on the desert floor. But the desert floor is not level. It has holes and gullies and so forth. So when the light refracting and reflecting off those ice crystals hit the silica, it makes it look like balls of light floating in the air. Or different
It happens
sizes.
almost every night.
Oh no!
You've
Just
seen
like
them?
I've seen them once 4 years. The ice crystals have to be at the right angle because it's reflected, and you have to be in the right position. It's just like a rainbow. You could see a rainbow, but a person a quarter mile away can't see it because the light's not reflected back to the line.
Right.
Same
That
thing
makes
with
sense.
multi-lights.
Okay, so now I can explain that
It's
to my father-in-law because he was like, alien.
yeah. Well, it's the same thing. Lake Michigan. It's so far across Lake Michigan you cannot even see the city across. At sunlight you can't, because in that case it's not the sunlight; it's the light of the city shining up on the ice crystals and then it's reflecting back on the water. Now the water is the mirror. And it looks like the city is floating on the water. Oh, YouTube's around.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Same thing, same phenomenon.
And what's the phenomenon called? What do you call it?
Called refraction and reflection.
Refraction.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you have to have silica. That acts as your mirror.
Right.
Over there. That's why you can't see them. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Dude, that's like as bright as our light, but we put it downwards.
Yeah.
That's just too bright to be.
Because people who are taking moonscapes or using the moon to take
They use
photographs,
red lights.
they would use a red light. You bet.
Yeah, but that's definitely not someone who's.
No idea who that is.
So the red light doesn't interfere with the.
Night vision.
Right.
Margin. Any white light, any of it's within the spectrum that we can see will always affect your night vision, but red is the very least it does.
Interesting.
Now here's a great phenomenon. Blue skies during the day. Why blue skies? And no clouds.
Right, but I actually know the answer to this
Okay,
one. That's
good.
because the sunlight's hitting the ocean, right? Why?
Think of the rainbow. At the very bottom of the rainbow, the shortest wavelength is violet.
Okay.
Then blue, then cyan, then green, yellow, orange, red. Okay. Strong violet. Have you ever looked right above you during the day and noticed it looks like you're looking into a little piece of space that's dark up there? That's violet. that you're
Okay.
looking. Because the blue light diffuses in our atmosphere very easily.
That's why we see the blue.
Because of
sky.
nitrogen, oxygen, and other things. That's why it's blue. Because blue diffuses, or violet diffuses very easily. Have you ever noticed this? It's blue sky, but as you look toward the horizon, it goes lighter and lighter and lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the blue sky, the blue light is diffusing the most right above you. As you look toward the horizon, it's less.
Small orange.
Cool, huh?
That's interesting.
And so now the red light is on the other side of the spectrum that we can see, within the visible spectrum. That's why you can have the sun, and you have clouds, and you have a beautiful sunset. Because red, yellow, and orange do not diffuse easily. And so they hit the clouds, and you see the light. Or something else. You've seen a red moon, haven't you?
Oh, for sure.
Yellow, orange, of course
Right.
you have. Well, the sun's over there. Red, yellow, orange is bending in our atmosphere. Remember, it doesn't diffuse well.
Right.
So it's not going
Spreading.
on. It's going across, and if the moon is in the right position, it strikes the moon.
That's why.
Pretty easy, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So
I love.
oh yeah, physical phenomenon.
It's just
And
awesome.
understanding. So when you look at a rainbow, the long wavelength is on top, red. Then your orange, yellow, green. Then your cyan, blue, violet.
So I'm gonna have this. I'll set up my telescope when I come out here at 3, because then I'll be able to see Mars.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then if you see a second bow, have you ever seen a second rainbow?
Oh yeah, below it.
Yeah, or away. It can be off one side, depends where the sun.
Have
Right.
you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen doubles.
Well, the colors are reversed because it's a mirror image of the primary bow.
I've always wondered that.
Yeah, the red is on the bottom. Now the violet's on top.
Yeah.
Because it's a mirror image.
That's cool.
And then if you see 3 rainbows or 4 rainbows, they're always a reflection or a mirror reflection of the primary bow. So all of them will be reversed. So you can go on Google now, type in double rainbow, and now you know which ones are fake. Because the fake ones don't keep the same
red.
colors.
Yeah. Well, all right, Bill. We're gonna let you go ahead and
I'm
have a
feeling
night.
better now. Phew, boy, I get this.
Now you're feeling better.
Well, I'll take some Sudafed when I get.
Oh
go
no!
to sleep.
When I was looking through the telescope and I was moving it as I'm looking, I was like, Jesus.
Well, you should see from my perspective. My ears really getting clogged up, and that's just the pressure against my eardrum. So
I have the same problem.
It happens to
I have
me-
the same problem.
It happens with me with allergies.
I can't go swimming.
Oh, I
because-
can't either. Okay.
I can't go-
cannot go scuba diving. I
Nope.
tried out 10 feet. Oh no, 6 feet was my maximum.
I
Yeah.
don't think you can go at all.
No, mine's worse. I can't even go.
Oh, it hurts, doesn't it?
Oh, bad.
It hurts. Okay.
Oh,
Because
so
he had
bad.
tubes in his ears.
I've had tubes put in my ears twice, both times.
Okay,
and,
now you're the man to talk to, Thomas. I was going to go up to the ENT
Mhm.
and see if they could put a tube in my ear.
Now, I don't know if it's good at your age now. I
Okay.
think it's more of a younger thing because
It heals.
So
it heals with you
Right.
as you're doing it.
And then pushes the tube out, I guess.
So I don't remember having the tubes, but it got so bad to where I was playing the game Chicken. You know what Chicken is?
Oh, yeah.
In pool, where you have somebody on top of your
Of
shoulders,
course,
and we were
of
playing,
course.
right? And it got to a point to where we got dragged under, but somebody squished somebody's thighs
Like
up
their
against my
leg.
ears
Oh.
before I went under,
Oh.
right? So it created that pressure
Yes,
pocket, and then
yes.
right when his legs went in,
Oh.
water just
Wow.
shot in both sides and just
Yep.
blew a hole through both of my eardrums, and hasn't been the same since. Before that happened, I could go 20 feet, didn't matter.
Yeah.
Since 3 feet max,
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, now
That's why I don't enjoy swimming as much because
Right.
going under,
Exactly.
that's the best part of it. Yeah, just like
Snorkeling, fins, that's great.
oh
I
yes.
like that.
See,
Because he has to have the earplugs.
See, so
in
the
both
idea
ears.
is that I've been looking up at this company, and they make molded 3D earplugs of your ear, and when they fit in, nothing gets in at all. No, nothing. Yeah, and like as far as pressure equalization, swallow.
Yeah, see,
Done.
I don't fly. Well, airplanes. I
Right.
am a radio controlled airplane pilot, but I don't fly commercial jets.
Mhm.
Just for the same reason. I cannot equalize the pressure.
How long did you do that for? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Is that what you did before you retired? You were
Oh, no, airline? No, I flew a number of places, but as I got older, I couldn't because of pressure on my eardrums. I could not. I could swallow, it doesn't help. Chew gum doesn't help.
right.
Because the pressure just keeps pushing out onto his ear.
Oh yeah, no.
When did that start?
Oh, it was this year.
See, there we go. Yeah, I look straight up, and if I just stared looking, I just got on my toes.
Yeah.
It's
I won't
it's
look up.
it's
Well,
it's
don't
it's
say when
hard.
your toes were
It's
in.
hard. So when you said it, I'm glad we got a connection there
Yeah,
because
now
I got
I'm going to take it's a pill. It's some Sudafeds in it,
Mhm.
and tomorrow will be fine.
Oh yeah.
There you
You know,
go.
for 24 hours. I thought I can take a pill for 2 days. The Sudafed. But a couple of weeks ago is when it really got. I did not. You feel stuffiness in your ear. You know, you keep thinking you gotta
All
clean
the
it
time.
out, you know?
It's
Yeah.
right here. Like there's this little lip, honey, right here. Like if you touch the side of your cheeks and go back, that first
Yeah.
little lip, it feels like it's directly behind there. It's just pressure.
Just stuff.
It's just stuff.
So what if you took a Sudafed or something daily? So it's like a
Well,
like whenever you take ibuprofen daily, if you have to take ibuprofen
no,
daily.
never
you have to
take ibuprofen.
Well, no. I'm trying to say I couldn't think of any other kind of medicine.
Yeah,
So that's the first
yeah.
word that came out.
Yeah, I know, but just want to let you know you're young. Do not take a lot of aspirin or ibuprofen or Tylenol. It destroys your liver. I have a friend across this town. He's fighting that now because he's 74. He was aching all the time. So when he was about 69, he started taking a lot of Tylenol. Now his liver's destroyed. The doctor said, "No, you're not supposed to take that much. You take 4 tablets a day."
Oh god.
Okay, that's a little bit.
Well, you think so now. Wait till you start to hurt.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's a little bit too much.
So anyway, I got so dizzy. That my ear was getting stopped up, and I thought, well, it'll clear. Go to sleep. Now, before I went to sleep, the room started spinning, and I almost threw up because of the nausea. You would understand that too.
Totally do.
But I sat down, called my neighbor. She had a different problem with vertigo. Hers was the crystals in the hair. They got upset, and she had to just keep her head still for a couple days. As still as possible. Let them settle back down. She had some prescriptions. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As you get older, you hear all this stuff. You know. I remember my dad talking to his friends about all the ailments. Oh, this is boring.
And then whenever you get older, you're just like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, you start to hurt different places.
Before we head off, let me ask you a question. what is the benefit of having those telescopes in a dome than just being out?
Weather.
Well, yeah, I know that, but there's nothing visual
I don't ever
difference.
have to move it because of weather.
Okay,
No other reason.
so like those big telescopes that
They don't move them.
you literally, you know what I'm talking about? You're sitting down,
Yeah.
and it's so huge. It's like it's about
Right.
as big as this. You're just
You're looking down and they're in a dome because it depends how the dome rotates. My telescope, my floor does not rotate like up at Visual Observatory. With 107.
where's that?
Oh, you have to. Observatory. That
Where is it?
up in Fort Davis.
How far away is that?
61 miles. 30 miles to Alpine, another 30 miles up there. By the time you get up there. It's really 24 to...
And people are allowed to see it?
Well, you know, COVID-19, you would not
Right.
call ahead. I know they opened up the facilities again. I don't know how much.
Oh, okay.
Now, they have starter parties up there, and about 250, 300 people are up there. Now,
Wow.
here you get personal attention, questions answered.
Yeah, see, that's what I like about right now, because you can do that. And over there, like what you were saying, there's just so many people. They're not going to get to all of your answers
Right.
and questions. It's just
But they'll have like 6 or 7, they are volunteer people. Like, you know, you bring your scope out.
Right.
And you volunteer that night, and you point your scope to one thing. That's all you keep. So you go to different stations.
oh
So what here,
I
we
kinda like
actually
this
move the
better.
scope.
yeah, I like this better.
Yeah, because this is more of like, what do you want to see? I want to see that.
Yeah, because the other one you
Right on there.
gotta wait in line, you gotta wait for somebody, and then you
Right.
might miss it. And
Where did you order those lasers?
Look up, just type in green. Red would be better, but green.
You can really see red?
Yeah, you can see. Well, you know, you can't see any light other than its reflection.
Right.
Because light in space, you don't see it. I mean, unless it's reflecting off something.
Right.
It's like the sun is a catalytic heater as well. There is no heat up in space unless it's hitting gases, and there are gases up in space. People think it's floating back into the sky until you get hit the Earth. Oh, and then it hits the Earth up.
Right.
It's amazing. Light's the same.
see, because it makes me nervous having the laser at the house because we have
That
a
would
toddler.
not-
Take the batteries out.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a no-brainer. I
There
didn't
you
even
go.
think about that. I didn't.
And plus, that telescope and those things.
Because he's a
Know
really
where
smart
the
2-year-old.
inside of him.
Like he's
That,
seriously a smart 2-year. And I don't know if kids
I
say
don't-
that
I
about
don't
their or
understand it.
parents say that about their kids, but he finds a way to get stuff
we never
together.
taught him how to use our phone.
He learned.
Sure.
He
taught himself.
learned how to
He's a son.
swipe up.
He's watching you.
He learned how to swipe up and find the app that he specifically wanted,
Of course, he's looked at you.
and then was like,
we
"That's
were-
what I want."
You were probably
Okay, there was
in
this-
your lap.
There was just one thing that we never taught him about the PlayStation, and he turned on one of the controllers.
He turned on the controller.
There was one of the whatever that's called.
Oh, it's like a VR wand.
Yeah,
You know,
and
And
it's got so many buttons
I've
right
never,
there,
I've
and we've
never
never
turned
shown
that
it
on
to
in
him.
front of him.
He's
There's
never
just
even seen
one similar button on that to something else he's familiar with, and then once he turned that on, oh, it's like he figured everything out.
And he even looked at where to turn and everything, and I was like, why didn't we even show you
You all are
this?
so far advanced by using phones. When the iPhone came about, or Android,
Right.
I was too old. You get to the point, I don't care. I know that doesn't make sense to you now,
No, I get it.
but as you get older, things pass you by. I used to be an assembler programmer. And I worked with the bits and the bytes. Okay, and I understand programming, but with these, and I built my own computer. You know, the IBM computer came out. Well, a couple of years later, I was building my own computer. I get that, but the iPhones, I just found out the other day I could touch my name on top to get to my subscriptions. Now I've had my iPhone for 6 years. See, I never tested. See, children, you just work it over and
Just,
over.
what does this do? What does
Exactly.
this
See
do?
what it does. See, I don't care.
You're just like, I know I swipe right, press that, I can text my friend.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
You're not
I'm
like,
not-
I can move this in this way while holding it, zooming it in, and now I'm on a program screen, type in F3,
okay,
chat dot.
I don't go that into it. You go more into the phones than I do.
Oh.
See,
I just want to find the camera because I need a good camera on the phone.
Oh, that's
all
another
I'm
thing
worried
I
about.
got. I got a mount for my telescope that my phone sits in.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's good.
when we're turning it, we can see what we're seeing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
I love to take pictures of just anything good that I can see.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you're using lenses and you use a magnifying lens that you sit,
Borlo.
thank you, a Borlo. When you're using a Borlo, why does it sometimes distort an image a little bit?
Because it's called vignetting.
Okay.
Remember, okay, there's a formula. Let's say you want to have a 2x Borlo. Okay.
That's what I do have.
It will lessen the light because you're more magnification.
Right.
When you have more magnification, less light is coming in through the lens.
Okay.
When that happens, the light, you notice the light bending,
Yeah.
and that bending light is vignetting on the lens. That's
Really?
what you call it.
So it's almost better to not even use a Borlo.
Yes, you're absolutely 1,000% right.
So
Do not waste your money on Borlo lenses.
mine came with one.
Yeah.
So it came with one.
Yeah, because it just distorts the light so much. Now you can buy very expensive Borlo lenses, and you want to coordinate it with the particular manufacturer of your lens.
Right.
Those two things are really important.
Mm-hmm.
And there's less distortion. And some Borlo lenses are really good at this.
See, because like I use the Borlo when I'm looking at the moon, but it's just so damn bright. So it's just like, oh yeah.
Well, you got to go out during the day.
Oh,
Have you ever tried?
yes, yes,
Okay.
I have,
Of course.
but
Then
not
you
with
got-
this telescope.
Because see, when you look through a telescope with a more higher power piece, you have less light coming in, so it's going to be darker, and you can see more detail on the moon during the day than you can at night.
Never thought of that to do it with the Borlo.
Because our eyes have dilated, our pupils have dilated, letting more light in now. That's why car lights hurt us, because our pupils are really nice and wide now.
They're wide right now.
Yeah, but when we go in light, it hurts.
Right.
But ooh, that was a nice.
How often do you see those things out here?
Oh, I've been out here to see maybe 30, 40. That was a good one, though. And some of the earth skippers are really great to go over right and left. But next time
Oh,
you
those are the long ones?
yeah, they're way up in their atmosphere, but they're further south, way south. So they're way up in the stratosphere, way above the stratosphere.
And we see
We
they
just see
last
it, yeah.
longer than these
Yeah,
ones.
they appear to be. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're doing the same distance travel. It's just the way we see it. It's like when the sun is setting on the horizon, it looks bigger.
Yeah. See, yeah, because of the light bending.
Right.
And the sun actually sets earlier than what you see.
Because
Look it up, because of the light bending. You think you see the sun horizon, no, it's already set.
that makes sense, though.
Yep, it's the light bending. As you go down lower and lower in the atmosphere, the light bends even more. So, see, around it, you can think of the horizon as the outside of your lens, or, the visible part of the lens, that is vignetting. Same thing, same idea behind it. The light is bending in our atmosphere. Now, if we had no atmosphere, it would not bend.
Right.
So you go up to the moon, you get what you see. There is no atmosphere. There's only one moon that I know of in our solar system that has an atmosphere. That's it. All other moons have that.
You said in our atmosphere?
No, it has any
atmosphere.
Any atmosphere.
Is that one of Jupiter's?
No, I'm trying to think of it. No, let's see. That's Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto. That's the four major ones, and there's about 71 moons. There's 63%.
71?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Plus or minus.
Plus or minus.
because some are considered one and not a moon, and others will. I said, well, anything that's a satellite going around you is a moon.
Yeah.
Reflects light. Yeah, you could never go to sleep on Jupiter in a dark sky. because the moons are always 71, 73. I mean, some say 79, so that's why I say plus or minus. I go down to the days.
Yeah, Danny told us to come back around in August. That's the best time to.
Not August. This is. Oh, you mean next year?
Yeah,
August?
next year. Next year.
Yeah, next year August during a new moon week.
Yeah. You want really good seeing?
Yeah.
Okay, tonight's not good, even if the moon was not visible, simply because of clarity. Clarity has to do mostly with humidity. In the wintertime, moisture, it's harder for moisture to be held in the atmosphere.
Right.
So in the wintertime, you have excellent sun.
Okay.
December, January, February are the best months here. I've lived here for 4 years now.
So where did you live before you moved here?
Well, I originally lived in Kansas City, but I moved to Texas and lived in Texas for a number of years. In fact, I've lived in Texas many more years than anywhere else.
Well, just let us know.
I think he's about to show us a picture.
I'm going to show you some of my pictures, of course.
Here,
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I was gonna say you can sit in
Oh,
between
in the middle?
us.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be better.
sit in between us. That's totally fine.
A little wobbly. I looked up. Okay. So, let me show you
These are
my
the
first.
pictures you took?
Yeah, this is the first picture I ever took. This is the horse head.
Yeah.
Maybe I call it the seahorse, and that star is the bottom of the belt star of Orion. So just a location. Okay, now that was the first picture I took. That was the last picture I took. See the difference?
How do you set your camera to the settings for that?
Well, you learn. That's why it's a skill. It's a skill.
Yeah.
I go online and see what others have done with this. See that little tail back there?
I gotta take a picture.
That's why I call it the seahorse. Looks like a seahorse to me. Yeah,
It really does. It
Yeah.
really does.
and so this star, that star, and another star up here is the belt stars of Orion. And then, from that dome down there, and then this is called the flame. See, it's not really good. You can look at the NASA picture is so much better compared, but I enjoy this one.
Okay, but this is something that you took, so that is very
Yeah.
good.
So see, the gases. This is the nebula, and that's what Thomas was asking earlier. Say, can we see one? But this is called a dark emission nebula.
That's amazing.
And the starlight is actually shining on this gas and reflecting the light out. Of course, there's these belt stars up here. So this is hydrogen, mostly hydrogen. So from here to here, it's over 37 light years across. Each light year is 6 trillion years. 37 times 37.
So that.
Go ahead. Yeah. Let's move it down.
This right here, that's the
flame.
The
It's
flame.
called the
nebula.
flame. Yeah. No, just called the flame.
Oh.
Simply the flame. The whole
Do you
thing.
ever see it pulsating at all, or?
No. The whole thing's called the porcelain nebula.
Yeah. Then that's just.
Yeah.
the pulsate.
Yeah. But then here's the nebula. And that's a nebula too. See, it's dark. That's gases. It just looks like a
Thicker
horse.
gases
Yeah.
that light's not coming through.
That's right. Cannot filter through. These stars are in front of it.
Right.
But you can just see all these gases up through here. It's just cool.
So your first time seeing this, it was just.
Well, the first picture, I've seen it through telescopes, but I never took a picture of it. And then I took a picture of it, and this is the best I could get years ago. And that was last year.
Really good.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I like that. Because it shows a quantum leap in my skill.
Oh, yeah,
This is the Pleiades that you asked me about. What looks like a little different.
Yeah.
That's over there right now. Okay, now if you speak Japanese, they don't call it the Pleiades. They call it Tsukuyomi. Now, do you know, have you seen a Tsukuyomi car? Of course you have.
Oh, of
Have you
course.
ever seen their logo?
Their logo. Yeah.
This is their logo. It's 6 stars. Though there's really 7 major stars, but there's more stars. So look all the gases in that. You see the gases?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nebulosity. That's why you call it nebulosity. Stars are making these gases. You think about nitrogen, hydrogen, methane, so forth. Okay, here's a pinwheel spiral. Took this a couple of years ago. that theoretically that kind of looks like what our galaxy is supposed to look like. But no one
So,
knows for
what
sure.
does it look like when you turn it black and white? Like when you look at it through a telescope?
Yeah, black and white, different shades of gray.
Just different shades.
Yeah,
Of
but I have a color camera, so that's the real color.
gray. Right.
So is that what we would see in the
No.
winter?
No, you would never see color at night because your eyes.
No. But that, like,
Yeah. Definitely. Actually, it's right over there.
But it's the moon.
it's too
It's the
bright.
moon. You can't see it now.
So you can almost see it with your naked eye,
Yeah.
just like
So
looking.
it's because
No.
the moon is too bright,
I
or-
can kind of see it with my binoculars. Now this is a Hubble shot. See, they add color. They shoot it black and white, but by spectrograph, they know the colors because gases are physical properties. They absorb and reflect light, so reflect color.
And that's really how it looks like? Like the coloring?
Probably very close to it.
So let's say
This
let's
is
say
a
you were up close and personal with these things. Would it still be black and white, or would it be color?
It would be color
Right.
because you're closer.
Yeah.
You see more light because the rods and the cones of your eyes need a threshold before you see color. Like, you look at my shirt now. What color is it?
It looks black.
And it's blue, and it's of course it would look black. Blue, black.
Right.
But without the moon, you would have no idea what color. I wear orange shirts out here. They say, "Oh, that's white." No, it's yellow. It's orange. And we're just sitting a foot apart from each other. Can't see color.
What color's my shirt?
I would say black.
It's green.
Yeah, see? Yeah. I have good color differentiation too. Okay, this is a kind of out of focus picture I took.
That looks like a
but that's a
bird.
nebula, yeah.
Look at it. It looks like a.
Uh-huh.
See the head.
That's
here,
right.
and then,
Oh yeah. No, that's right.
That was
wow.
M13, wasn't it?
That's right. M13 right
Oh, that's so cool.
there. I usually show people what we're going to be looking at.
Dang.
Look at all the stars. People.
That's what
See,
we were
it's a
just
ball.
looking at.
It's a ball of stars, but they're light years apart from each other.
That's the one that we just saw?
Yeah, I have to
Yeah,
take a
over
picture
there
of
by
that.
Hercules.
Let me see. Oh shit!
Yeah, light does not work. I closed my eyes because I knew he was going to do that.
I did not mean to do that.
I know,
that was
I
gonna
know,
happen
but I
again.
still had my eyes closed.
Okay.
Oh, that was good. At least he had his eyes closed.
Well, now it makes no difference.
All right. I need to lower the exposure on here. That's insane. That's insane. So the closer they get together,
They're light years apart.
how many are you
These-
looking at?
This is several 100,000. Remember, globular means sphere or circle. Cluster, globular cluster, cluster of stars. A globular cluster is outside of our galaxy, and they orbit our galaxy. And so far, they've found 200 of them, 200 plus or minus.
Of these.
Yeah, at least 200. But this is the brightest globular cluster that we can see any time of the year from the northern hemisphere. There's brighter ones, but you can only see them in the southern hemisphere.
Like so in Brazil.
Well, Chile, yeah. any place. That's a old comet. That's
Did I just see Jupiter? Oh no, I did.
So I'm sorry, Bill. So with these stars, are they that close together? Or are they like actually?
So
far
he just said
apart?
they're each one's about a light year away.
Oh,
no,
okay.
many light years.
Oh,
Kayla, have you looked down railroad tracks before? Notice as you look further away, they look like the tracks come closer together.
Yeah.
But as you walk, they're always the same distance apart. Why
That's
is
how
that?
that is.
That's how that is.
Because of
It-
how your eyes are.
And as you get closer,
how
you would
angles.
see the separation of distance.
right.
This is outside of our galaxy.
So the farther
This-
away
this-
you are, the closest they're going to look together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But if you were to fly into that, you would start
And
to
it's
see.
gonna
Oh,
be
you would have so
completely-
much space in between these
Oh,
stars.
ridiculously.
That would be
Yeah.
so cool to see.
Ridiculously.
It's like looking at a landscape. It looks like a town has a lot of no space until you get closer and see, oh, there is space between the buildings. Same idea. So, yeah, during the day, studying the Milky Way, which is here,
Jesus Christ.
observe, and sort of ask yourself, why is it like that? And then, spend a little bit of time thinking about it. You can't come up with an answer, Google. And because we have stopped observing, I think.
Have you took a picture of any planets? Oh, what? You took that?
Yeah. No, planets are too close for me. I had to change my lens, my camera. See, that's another galaxy. See the swirl, the nebulosity. Oh, that's one of my best pictures. Pardon?
That's from your camera?
Uh-huh. Now, it's not from a DSLR. It's a very specialized camera.
Yeah, that's...
CCD camera. See, that's Andromeda. And there's a galaxy there too. And that's another different galaxy. And of course, this is Andromeda, the big one. See, that's a spiral galaxy. It looks like a hurricane.
Yeah.
And it looks like, see, it's kind of more on its side. We're not looking face on. Well, when we see the bands of our galaxy, we're looking at side on, not face on. Of course, we can't see our entire galaxy.
So, does almost every
There's
planet
M13
have a
again.
moon?
No, this is a different one, actually. This is M99. Different one. But it's a globular, though.
Right.
It's a globular. See the different structure? As soon as I saw it, I knew it was different. Because, see, when you look at stars like this, you want to say, let your mind imagine. What does that look like?
Snowflake star. That's what I see.
Okay. See, there's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. See, it's up to you.
That's how you determine what it is without having it labeled.
Yeah.
Honestly, it looks like a face.
Okay, good.
Like, that looks like a face, and that looks like a crown.
Okay, now see, I see a little face right. I'm going to put my finger right on that. Oops. Hollowed out eyes, the skull right there, and there's the body.
And see, that's what I saw too with the skull, but this would be the skull for me. That looks like a crown, and that looks like the neck of it.
Yeah. It's what you perceive from your background.
Yeah.
Your mind is trying to draw those lines.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's the same thing. There is no Big Dipper.
But it's just how you see it.
Yeah. And so other cultures don't call it the Big Dipper. In their culture, it's a wagon.
Okay, I have heard that.
Yeah, the big wagon, the little wagon. That's the Danish countries. If you're UK, they call it a cloud. Big cloud, little cloud. Some places in Canada, they call it that too.
What's the temperature right now here?
I would guess 61. But there's a lot of different galaxies. See, that's a bar galaxy. See the bar?
Yeah.
And then you still have the swirls of those
Like
billions of stars. And there's other galaxies out here that are pictured too. See, that's a fuzzy one, but that's a galaxy too.
70 degrees.
70 degrees? Wow, didn't even feel 70.
So how many moons are here?
How many moons?
Yeah, because you said... No, not here, but like in the atmosphere or whatever.
Oh, she wants to know where is the moon in the atmosphere.
No, like how many? Because you were saying one of the planets has like 72 or something
Yeah,
like that.
well, yeah, 71 Jupiter. It has the most. So see, I wanted you to ask me, well, Bill, what moon is that? Around what planet? And I was going to tell you, Google it. That's your homework.
So, Caitlin, pretty much what he's saying is like, if it rotates around it, okay, consider it a satellite. If it's reflecting light,
it's a moon.
It's a moon.
Yeah. It has to be naturally occurring, too.
Yes. It's not like you could just...
Satellite. Our satellites.
Yeah.
That's not
No.
a moon. It has to be naturally
Our
The
moon,
only one
that,
has one moon?
right here,
Yeah.
this is considered a satellite.
Yeah.
Right there, that moon.
Because it
That's
orbits
considered a
the Earth.
satellite. Yep.
It orbits the Earth 27.3 days. It has 1 day and 1 night. In 27 days.
And we only see one side of the moon.
Yeah, see, we only see, it's into the second quarter now, meaning if you cut the moon in half and cut it, there's 2 sides, but each side has a half.
Right.
So there's 4 quarters. But anyway, the phase, that moon is actually full. We just can't see it wrapping around on the side that we never see.
Yep.
Has anyone ever gone on that side of the moon?
Oh yeah, the Chinese did. It was dark.
Caitlin,
Well, yeah, I
it's
know.
so damn dark. You can't see a damn thing.
But,
they hear you?
at that time they were there, it was dark. But other times it's lit.
Yeah, this moon is lit.
Yeah, see, there's no such thing as a perpetual dark side of the moon.
Oh, that
The
would be
moon.
cool.
Okay, now listen. Okay, the Earth makes a single rotation in approximately 24 hours, or less, and we go through night and day, don't we?
Right.
Okay, now listen. The moon does the same thing in 27.3 days
Around us.
around us. And
There
during
you
during that 27.3 days, it becomes light and dark all the way around the moon, just like on Earth. Does that help you?
Like,
I know it's hard. Go Google it. Google.
it's like this. I know how to put it.
I understand what you're saying. It's just kind of.
Visualize it.
You remember
That's what I'm
that?
saying.
You remember that movie titled 30 Days of Night?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Vampire movie.
Yeah,
It was based in Antarctica.
Alaska, something
Yeah,
like that.
Alaska,
I like
something
that
like that.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's where it literally doesn't become daylight because of the way the no. It's the way the Earth is tilted on a specific
Hold
side
on.
of its axis, right?
No. That's what most people say. Remember we talked about the precession of the moon, Earth, and the wobble. It's the same thing, and how over 25,000 to 26,000 years. That's what over 25,000 to 26,000.
Well, I'm 25,000.
Okay.
So I didn't know.
Okay. Now, so if this is the sun and this is the Earth up here, okay, we know in Alaska, in northern Canada, in the summertime, they receive a lot of light. In fact, the sun appears never to set because the Earth in its orbit has dropped a little bit. Watch this. Up. This is the sun. Up. Down. I'm exaggerating. Up. Now this is winter. The sunlight cannot hit the top of the Earth.
Right.
And so it's dark for 6 months plus. Then down. This is summer. Because of course I'm exaggerating for the point. It's just a fraction. But we have an elliptical orbit around the sun that is not perpendicular
With the sun.
with the sun.
Yeah.
It's just like our moon. Our moon is not perpendicular with the Earth. It's on a...
Like, not if you were to look at our solar system, not everything is on the same plane.
That's right. That's right.
Like, Mars could be like this, Jupiter could be like that, Saturn could be like that, we could be like that,
Well-
and they all have a different...
Well, let me help.
Am I on the
a
right
little bit.
point?
No.
I think I know, but I don't know.
Sorry, I know, because you're going to need to study these things. And you'll know, then once you study and do multiple sources, you'll know I'm telling you the truth, okay? Because I've studied astrophysics, and I boiled it down to 3 numbers, because I know it so well. I gave you 2 of them, 24 hours in a day, 360 degrees in a circle. How many whole days in a solar year? 365. Do you realize if you know those 3 numbers, how to manipulate them, you can find where you are on Earth in a dark sky? You don't need an app. Think about it. For example, okay.
Let's say there was no light at all.
Well, let's first of all deal with the issue of the ecliptic orbit of planets. We have the Sun, we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Mars. Yeah, I was
Jupiter.
like,
Don't forget Mars.
Yeah, Jupiter. And then
Astro
I was
Boy.
saying Astro Boy, and then Jupiter, and then Uranus, Neptune, if you want to include Pluto. Okay, just think of them in a straight line, outward. But they're going in an orbit now. This is what you're talking about.
Okay.
They're going in approximately in the same plane all the way around the sun. Approximately.
Right.
And you're right, he's not in the same plane, but so close. That's why when you look at Jupiter, you look at Saturn, that's on the ecliptic line. And let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to show this to you. I'll prove it to you by my app. But see, when I came out here, I know I took astronomy, and I took advanced astronomy. I don't remember some of this stuff. And I started observing. I said, why is that? And so I would come out night after night after night. Okay. Well, we don't need to do that. Okay, see this yellow dot over this dotted line?
Right.
That represents either what's called the ecliptic line, I'm going to explain that, or the zodiac line, I'm going to explain that. The sun always determines that every day. Where the sun rises, where it appears to go across the sky, and where it sets at night. Now watch where the planets are. Ready? Okay, we got to go up a little bit. And I think, look where Jupiter is.
It's on that line.
Yeah, look where Saturn is.
It's a little bit below, but
That's
yeah.
right. See, it varies. That's what I said earlier. Okay, now let's find out where Mars is. See, Mars is down below it. But at times, it will be above it.
What happens then?
This is called Sky Guide.
Sky Guide.
And then we can go right on down, and there's Uranus. Let's find out where Uranus is. Look, it's just a little, what's considered south. There's the Pleiades. But see, look where Aries is. It's touching that line, too. Let's find another constellation. Oh, look at that. Pisces is touching that line. Remember the constellation, the zodiac constellations? Right. The 12 are the ones that touch or bisect that line. So, Aquarius. Next one will be Sagittarius. Next one will be Scorpius.
What's that big line there? Can't really see it.
Oh, that's this. That's the horizon. See,
the way the arrows.
I'll take this off. Still, see now I gotta see. Now there's the horizon, and Boötes is actually rising. I think this is east. Well, let me see. Yes, it is setting. This is west. Because
yes,
yes,
look at he. Back over here to the left.
Yeah,
towards south. There's the Milky Way.
That's the Sagittarius band of the Milky Way.
And that's where it would be?
And it goes all the way up and around.
Look at this. Look at this. Look. Down below Earth, around. There's the Pleiades. There's the Perseus band. Comes right up here.
That's cool.
This is for a free app. Sky Guide. Your guide to the sky.
We're going to be able to. We're actually going to go get some sleep. That way, when we get up at 3 o'clock, we're going to be out here till about till sunrise.
Yeah, but you're young. So, see, I pointed out where the planets were. They're all in this ecliptic line. So now you know that too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's called the ecliptic line because it's the only place that when something's in a line, it can be eclipse.
Okay.
The moon has to be on the ecliptic line for a solar eclipse. And the Earth has to be on the ecliptic line too. Because the moon, remember, the sun always determines it, even though the sun technically does not move. It's us orbiting the sun.
Right.
I just say the sun appearance rising.
It makes it easier for
yeah,
what it said.
That's really the Earth.
Right.
So when the Earth and the moon are on the ecliptic line, and it's the day, hear that? Day, not the night, the day of the new moon. It's when the moon rises, or the sun rises first, and of course we only see the sun because there is no light from the sun reflecting on the side of the moon that we see, so it's dark. But anyway, they go across the sky, and then they set. Well, it's the day of the new moon because on that only one day, possible day, if the Earth and the moon are on that ecliptic line, we will have a partial or a total solar eclipse. You got it. Because that's the only day that the moon is that close to the sun and passes in front of the sun.
Yeah.
Because we always see, that black disk going in front of the sun. That's the moon. And that's the day of the new moon. Because the solar eclipses only happen during the day.
Yeah.
Now, conversely, you have a full moon if the moon and the Earth are on the ecliptic line, or even close to it. Yeah, the Earth's shadow will cast on the moon, and you'll have a lunar eclipse at night.
Yeah.
That's the only night that's possible for a lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, see, I didn't know that years ago. Or maybe I was told that it didn't make any impact on me. But when I lived out here, I started asking myself, see, there's the moon was there, and now the moon's there. I mean, I remember the moon went counterclockwise. But then I really started studying the mathematics behind it. It gave me a purpose, again, for trigonometry and so forth. Because I was terrible. Still am.
Oh, I did passing.
Yeah, well, I took college algebra, and the teacher gave me a C, called me up to class last day, and I was happy I got a C. I thought I did well. He said, please don't come back. No, I kid you not. So I came back next year, same class, same teacher. And I said, I'm going to make an A in this class because I got a tutor. And when I got that tutor made sense to me. That teacher did not. But my tutor did. Because he told me why. The end result, why I needed to know this.
Yeah.
Because in school,
That's how
they
math
wouldn't
is for
say-
me.
They would just be like,
It's
okay,
not
this
for
is
me.
what you would do, that's your answer.
See, because
They
when
wouldn't be like, oh, this is why you would.
Yeah, but
they
he would.
never really told me.
Yeah, but he would actually use. Well, I had a he and she because
Yeah.
they traded off. I like the he better because he actually gave me visual, ideas of okay, you have 12 of what do you want to call them,
Yeah.
and then okay, so we'll put that out on the right hand side. Now we're going to find a formula to find out that.
That's
And
what
we
my
have a
mom
number
did.
of formulas to say which one would you choose. So you look through them. Of course, this is after I wrote something.
Right.
And it's, oh, choose that one. He said, why though? Why did you choose that formula?
Right.
Well, because I was working backwards. He says, that's right. A good mathematician looks at the result and goes backwards. I said, oh, I thought it was forward. He said, no, it's backward. It was just the same way, same thing idea with Einstein. He started at the end and went backwards. And he studied light for 11 years. 11 years. And working on computations. And do you realize, Kaylin, this would be encouraging for you, it was his wife that proved his mathematics. He was not a mathematician. His wife was a brilliant mathematician. And you know what Einstein, that idiot, did? He divorced her, married his cousin, who was dumber than a box of rocks. And we're talking about relativity.
Did he not
His
like
wife
that she was
proved that.
smarter than him?
Yeah, right.
She was that good, and so it wasn't accepted right away because Einstein always gave her the credit, but he was the theoretician though.
Oh, so people always wanted to give him.
Yeah, but see if it's a man back in the 30s. Oh yeah, what? Yeah, great mathematician. Women? Nah, they're not mathematicians. But you know who put us on the moon first? It wasn't the men, mathematicians. It was the women.
That's
Absolutely. There was 5 brilliant women, and mostly they were black.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Intelligence
Mostly
shows no color.
black. Because in NASA they had to take down the bathroom, the black and white bathrooms, because there was the head researcher, mathematician, in her building there was no bathroom for her because she was cold. She had to go thousands of feet away.
Dude, didn't they make a movie off of it?
They might have.
Yeah,
I've read
they
the
did.
story.
They
Yeah, I've
made
read
a
the
movie
book.
off of it too. It was,
You gotta,
I've never seen it, but I saw the preview. Oh, that was
well, you got to watch it. These ladies are brilliant. Even now with Steve, everybody thinks of Steve Hawkins. I'm siding with some women because I understand when a star goes nova, or it's going to go nova, it pulsates, it shoots off a lot of its mass. That's the color ring that Steve Hawkins talks about. Then he talks about the impulling of the gravity goes to the black hole. They say, it's not a black hole. The star has gone non-nuclear. That's why you don't see it. I agree with that. I agree with the ladies. Because that is physical facts. Because I was in
So the center of
physics.
our galaxy.
Has gone non-nuclear. Yeah. It's gone non-nuclear, but there's such a great gravitational pull, a huge pulling mass in. There's no doubt it's not, it has pulling mass in, but it's not considered a black hole.
Right.
It's just like the Earth is pulling actually it isn't, but the moon closer to us. Actually, the moon is going off, an inch or something a year. We know that because of the instruments that Apollo put on it. They use lasers to bounce the moon.
And it tells us the distance.
The distance, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
People think
That came out a long time ago.
That's right. But people think we didn't go to the moon.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes, there's plenty of people that think we faked that shit.
Oh, yeah. The biggest proof was 2 things for me. The Russians never denied it. Okay. But when I saw it in the 60s, I said to myself, when I saw Neil Armstrong, my parents kept me awake, and it was at night, and I saw it, I said, that's going to change science. It did. Everybody just discounted it. Yeah, what it was. Remember, oh, go ahead. Oh,
Why
you're just yawning.
Sorry, why are they just...
Because it was such an unbelievable act.
Yeah.
Oh, they thought that it was fake.
Yeah, the computers where you have 1,000 times, or well, not much more than that,
Right.
of power on your iPhone than they ever had on those computers.
Like, didn't they see it though? Like, didn't they see it happen? And then they were like...
No. Because our scopes were not developed that well.
So,
Now
like,
our scopes are.
the batteries in our phone, hun, have so much more power
Oh.
than what you could see, like,
A storage thing like this big, huge,
Yeah.
powering that crap.
Lead cells too.
Yeah.
Now lithium.
When
They're
lithium,
different
when was it Energizer first that came out with the, or was it Duracell?
I don't know.
I can't
I
quite.
don't know.
When they came out with the lithium battery,
Yeah. Changed things.
quantum leap, exactly
Yeah.
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That was, bam. That started to make things smaller.
Okay, so do you remember the Eagle that has those big pods for landing feet? And then the ladder that Armstrong had to jump off that ladder at the bottom because it's 1 meter high off of those pods. You know why they had a big pod? Because at that time, and still do today, they thought that the moon was made at the same time as the Earth or close to it, so it's 4 billion years old. And so the moon dust would have been 1 meter high because the solar winds carry dust. And the moon has no erosion. So what lands there,
it would be
there.
like a thing of snow.
That's right, but it'd be piled up
Right.
1 meter high for 4 billion years or plus or minus. Well, guess what? It's only 1.5 inches thick.
So, was the moon...
The moon was created
So
way
what-
after.
Or is it?
See, here's what I believe.
Like, there was
Yeah.
animals...
I
Or
believe.
is it?
What?
Because see, I've seen dinosaur and human tracks together in Waco, Texas.
Like in the same.
Same strata. And all that leaky stuff that I used to study, his students came out after he died that he was a fraud. What happens is that they found one skull, and they call it Lucy, but in the same strata, there were thousands of known skulls. So what it is now theorized, they found a mongoloid.
I don't know what that
A
is.
mongoloid is a malformed shaped head that you can still see today. People form as mongoloids. And there's different shapes of skulls because of abnormal births.
Right.
You still see them today.
Oh, for sure.
So you
For sure
can't
you do.
can't date something like that when you still see it.
That's...
But anyway, so see, 1.5 inches dust. 1.5 inches dust. So now what are you going to do with that? They're still calling the moon 4 billion years old. I said, go to hell, buddy. Or your mind's full of crap. Because that's testable, repeatable. That's observable, testable, and repeatable.
Didn't they just bring the soil back and just
Soil?
test it?
Yeah, sure. It was the soil.
Test the age of the soil.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. No, you have to have organic material to get part of the data.
I thought they found bacteria on the moon.
No,
Form of.
unless it's been recent.
Back
I'm
in
not saying they can't.
2015, I thought they did. I thought they found bacteria on
As
the moon.
far as I know, at this time, they have found life nowhere outside this moon. Not on the asteroid that they landed on,
So about the
the
Mars.
comet. Pardon?
Is it
Mars?
that they found water or something?
No, they're theorizing.
They're theorizing because it looks like rivers.
I
Yeah.
remember them talking about that when they...
And
Same thing with the moon.
yeah, but wind currents can do that.
Okay.
Wind currents can like
Big holes.
and also another thing with that too is that like wind currents can pick up big rocks if it's strong enough and move them.
Oh yeah, well that's
Over.
on the desert of Death Valley. I saw that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
here too.
yeah.
It happens here.
Oh yeah, it happens here. And I mean, a big boulder. Well, I know something like that. That's my rock I saw was only about like this, you know. And you see a trail, and no one moved it. It was the wind that blew that. It's cool to see that, and they're down in South America, a lot more down there.
Oh yeah.
Salt flats. Oh, those are great. Because the salt is more circular, so it's easier to
Yeah, it's easier to just
to
slide on.
slide on. Thank you.
There you go.
I was just trying to work slowly. I knew that was wrong.
I felt what you were trying to say.
Yeah,
and
I know.
knew
Thank
what
you
were
very
looking
much.
for. Slide. It's like
I'm not that old yet.
so like how the salt acts in a desert floor is how ice acts on our roads.
It's like a glass almost, and it's smooth.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Well, yeah, those are the lava flows. Those are the smooth parts. Those are called mera or seas.
The dark spots over there?
Yes.
Yeah, if you come out early tomorrow at sunset, you hear that? Sunset, you'll be able to see it. And you'll see it looks like just smooth as somebody's butt up there. Of course, it's not, but it's lava flows. And then you see mountains on there, too. About 10 to 14,000 are the ones we see on this side. And they look like itsy-bitsy, tiny, little things up there with this scope.
Is Big Ben Pizza pretty good?
Yes. They're open, is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not open Sundays. Or Monday or Tuesdays.
Oh, well, good thing.
Oh, well, they'll be open tomorrow.
Okay,
Gosh.
okay, now, hear me well. People, at times she sells out.
Really?
So what's the best time?
Well, she opens, I believe, at 4 or 5. You can type, Google it, it's up there on Google. And I think she closes at 8. That's what I want you to hear. Don't go late.
Wait, are you talking about in the morning?
No.
4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
I
It's
was
open
like,
for
really?
4 hours.
Oh. You might as well stay up and do breakfast there.
What time is checkout over here?
Yeah, that's
It's
what
11 o'clock. Are you in
That's
the room?
exactly what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the room.
Well, yeah, RVs are at 11 o'clock. Everything's 11 o'clock.
Okay.
So, yeah,
And we can check out earlier if we...
Oh, yeah. You can check out now if you want to. Not even stay there.
Right.
Yeah, this has a very liberal policy here, meaning, let's say you make a reservation a day before, and then you change your mind, they'll give your money back.
That's really nice.
Or let's say a month before, in high season. High season means we have a lot of tourism, like in November and October. And then you cancel a week, they'll give you money back.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of
nice.
hotels don't. Not in high season, they say too bad. But in high season, man, we got some walk-ins that they got to turn away.
Yeah.
Because this is a great staging place for Big Ben. Because this is the closest town north of Big Ben.
But until you get to the ghost towns that are down there.
Yeah, Turtle Lake Road.
Yeah.
But that's to the west. You go to Turtle Lake Road, but you still got to
Right, but you got to take... Is it 385 from here down?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
385 south. Yes.
Okay. I was looking... Oh, yeah.
And look online. Are you planning to go down there tomorrow?
We don't know yet.
Ben?
Okay.
We're making phone calls and we're trying to
Okay,
see about
looks-
horse trails.
Yeah, well, you got to go to Big Ben State Park then.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the prices of the horses?
No.
Okay.
No idea.
Nah, he knows about the prices of lenses.
Yeah.
We got no problem with that.
Give me an idea, or computers, or computer parts. Yeah.
Right. How much for that, miss?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but if I swap it out though for that, how much is it?
Right.
Yeah, once you build stuff, you just learn prices. I built computers for years. I built water-cooled computers for years.
Oh, awesome.
And I had 4 graphic cards, EVGA cards in them. And
It's amazing
Good
how
night.
ridiculously expensive.
Like,
here's let me give you an example, honey. The computer industry advances like that. It's so much.
So
You can
fast.
get a graphics card that comes out, and day one it comes out, it's $3,000. 8 months later, it's $1,200.
yeah. And another year, they give them away almost.
Right. Because there's something 6 times better than that now.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
How that's why computer gaming is so expensive, because it's just
There's always something new from now.
every year you're spending at least another $4,000 on something new. It's ridiculous.
Until the quantum leap to crystals. Right now we're at circuit boards, of course, but the next quantum leap will be to crystals.
Crystal circuits.
Sounds strange, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
But see, crystals, you have minimal electrical current resistance, and therefore you won't ever need a fan.
Because it
will.
Well, no resistance. If there's no resistance, there's no heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and the speed of that computer is beyond our wildest imagination.
I'm gonna remember this
That
because
would-
if I'm alive during that time, I'm gonna be like, this guy said it.
Yeah.
He was there.
Well, my brother said he was in research and development, R&D, and he was developing the crystals then. And then he retired, and with his formula, these are not natural crystals, these are man-made,
Right.
or woman-made crystals. With his formula, he is getting royalties still in 73.
Really?
And I wish I had his intellect. But see, he thinks outside the box. Everybody else is still trying to think, well, how do you make the transistor better? Or how do you make the integrated circuit better? No. He went for something entirely, and not only he, but a whole team, with off the charts. And they proved that it can be done.
Right. Alright,
So-
we really need to go inside here. We will make sure to try to be over here.
Sunset, which is about 8 o'clock.
We're not staying here tomorrow. We're staying at this cheapo
Oh, yeah.
down there. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we'll slide back over here. It's only about 6 minutes from here. Not
Yeah,
that far.
at that, yeah, not that.
Yeah, that's close. That's very close.
All right, bro. You
And
have a
what we
wonderful
hear
night.
is for the moon.
Thank you
The moon will be full tomorrow.
Right.
Are you gonna be up here in the morning?
No.
Oh.
No, he's gonna be asleep.
I'm going to be sleeping. I'm an older man. See you later.
I hope you feel better.
But